Hello, and welcome to episode 13 of Lost on the Great Road. Apparently everyone has loogies that they need to hork, but...
It's actually lupus.
Huh?
Actually, it's the plague.
Okay, some
Fine,
people are
carry on.
actually sick, but, and then other people were mocking the sick people. I don't know. I'm not involved in any of it. Welcome, we are on episode 13, amazingly enough. That's pretty exciting. Not a lot of announcements other than thank you for everyone who supported the animated Kickstarter. It launched last Tuesday and now it's doing quite well. We just hit our first stretch goal last night for the first half of the level 1 spell cards, so keeping on with that. If you go and check out our Twitter and everything, you'll be able to see it's all listed somewhere down here. You'll be able to see samples of all the new stuff that's being worked on, like a color spray spell that looks like a magical girl transformation, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, other than that, Cold Iron has been doing really well, I think. We just did episode 6 on Saturday, and we'll be back again this Saturday with episode 7, where Alicia will be running the Winter Oak side of things again, where they finally are in Winter Oak. So you'll get to see what that fabulous city is all about. It's a city, right?
It's a town.
A town. Yeah, so I think without further ado, we will find out just how mad the halfling god Sheila is about how well you helped her.
Happy. You mean happy.
I know what I said. It's ready? It's already done? Okay.
Hello.
This is, yeah, hello. And now you should be able to see everybody. So everyone's back. Right, so I think it's still pretty fresh in your minds as to what exactly went down last time, but I will give a quick recap. You all found yourselves in the pastoral landscape of Sheila Perry Royal, the one of the halfling gods of agriculture and kind of just having a calm day. That she's a god of having a calm day. She's probably a god of tea, something like that. And you, she had a cottage all ready for you that was scaled to medium-sized people, and then petitioned you to get to give her a hand, because as you're on your way in, she was asking about if you had had any strange encounters, and you had indeed dealt with a woad, a rogue woad, and a couple of shambling mounds. And Sheila was very concerned. You learned that the woad was in fact the protector of this small farmland, and had gone, so had some kind of corruption take it over, and so she was not upset necessarily that you stopped the woad. You concocted a plan. Your friend Wyatt Wallace disguised himself as a woad. That's a lot of W's, I just realized now. And walked the circuit that the woad would walk, and you all hid in the bushes or the corn or the trees in various orientations, following along, when suddenly in the cornfields, scarecrows came to life. Still not confirmed whether they're supposed to or not, but they started to attack you, and combat ensued. You got to... Wallace used his first fireball and completely incinerated most of the cornfield, and then everyone started shooting fireballs everywhere, and then there was a lot of flame and fire. The threat was dealt with, but flames still burn in the fields of Sheila Perroyal's land, as Sheila and a few halflings with futile buckets of water came dashing out of their homes.
Some of us actually ran to get Sheila.
That's true, yeah. And I mean, you guys weren't just like standing there chuckling at your handiwork either, except for what?
I was blowing on it.
Yeah, you did blow a tube around it to try and contain it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it worked. I mean, in the sense that it didn't spread.
Blow a tube.
You blew a tube. That's I think the spell name. Blow a tube, a wind tube. Sheila came out. She was obviously frustrated.
Super
maybe
happy
is the word.
to see us.
And summoned a storm, and that's where we return.
Yeah, listen to that storm. It's so stormy.
Well, it's raining. I mean,
Storm.
it's more just rain, which is a stormy rain. So, are you certain that you exhausted all your other potential options before setting my farm on fire?
I'm still very confused as to what happened.
Is anyone who's responsible for the fire can speak up now?
While not directly responsible for the fire, I feel that I am to blame. So I will step forward and take any punishment that you have.
All right. Well, I'm more just curious about the situation. I'm not looking to dole out punishments.
I think he wants you to punish him.
Oh,
Retribution is important in the continuation of justice.
I mean, he's not wrong.
did you? Can someone explain why the fires were set?
I insulted a scarecrow.
She burned him real bad.
I did not burn the scarecrow.
Oh, you mean like a burn?
Yes,
Like a sick burn.
Yeah.
indeed.
Our scarecrows aren't supposed to care when someone hurts their feelings.
It did.
Exactly.
It cared a lot, and then it came at me. Rudely.
Like in a rude manner.
Yes.
Like, killy.
In a
Right?
killy
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's an upgrade that I did not intend for them to have. So that's new.
Did you set your scarecrows to kill?
No, they barely do their job of standing there scaring off crows.
Hmm.
So you're saying they're moving around?
Not anymore.
Right.
But they were, quite a lot.
Okay. And I still hesitate to understand why just burning everything was the solution.
It's the quickest way to defeat it.
They are very susceptible to fire.
Sure. So are my
Yeah,
crops.
they went up just like that.
Yeah, that was accidental.
It's at this point that you hear Wallace, who is lagged behind, still in woad form, and he says, friends, something's grabbing onto my leg.
Let's see where this goes.
Sheila, if you'll excuse us for a moment, I'm gonna, turn over and jog over to...
She starts following with you. She's like, I'm not letting you set anything else on fire. And so, yeah, you start heading around, yeah? Anyone else following?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
check it.
I guess.
I mean, this is the trap. The trap we were using. We were using him as bait for a trap. So
Right.
I think it's being sprung.
So when you get there, you definitely see Wyatt, not really struggling, but one of his woad legs is about a foot into the ground.
A foot into the ground.
Yes, 12 inches. His foot is 12 inches into the ground, and he's kind of no, and I don't get to see that I'm shaking my leg, but he's just sort of lightly struggling against it. Says, something's grabbed onto me. Come up from the ground and grabbed onto me. I think it's rather rude.
That
And he's
is
like,
rather rude.
get off me, you blackguard.
Does it look like a hand or?
You can't see it because his foot is a foot into the ground. You can't really see what's grabbing onto him.
Okay, I'd like to start digging around his foot.
There is something that just from getting close and looking at it, there's something like long, pointed kind of fingers are like grappling at them, and then you see a couple of like purple glowing eyes in the dark. And as soon as they make eye contact with you, it starts going down. It starts lets go of them and starts heading back towards the wherever the tunnel took them.
Is there a visible tunnel?
Is there are we looking at a Bugs Bunny style mound of dirt or?
No.
No. Okay.
You can tell. Well, Nika is the only person that can really see because there's not a lot of room around the woad leg. But when you're looking down into the hole, you can see that the hole is only. It's not very big. Maybe a gnome or a halfling could fit inside of it, but no large person is going to be crawling through. And the creature, whatever it is obviously not much bigger, or not much smaller. So they were grabbing onto the leg and now are like rolling like Sonic or just scrambling or whatever down this pipe of dirt. But it's not a Bugs Bunny pile.
I scared it down the dirt pipe.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Like a tunnel.
Yes, like a tunnel.
Can I stick my head in it?
I like the term dirt pipe as Wallace pulls his leg. It's a pipe of dirt.
Can I stick my head in it?
Hmm?
Is it a clear hole?
Yeah.
Can I stick my head
It's
in
like a burrow, like a bunny burrow kind of thing. It
Yeah, stick
stays.
your head in there. I'll stick
The
my head
pipes,
right in there.
dirt pipe stays open.
I
It's
stick-
starting to fill with water though now that nothing's in it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
Filled
stick
with
your head down.
water.
yeah.
It's raining.
Mm.
I mean, just off the ground. Mess up my hair. Oh, it is gonna mess up your hair.
Mm.
But the rain is gonna mess
We're-
up your hair regardless.
That's true.
We're all
Right.
quite large.
I'm gonna stick my head in.
All right. Have you got dark vision?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know if Kenkas do.
They do not.
Our arbitrator off camera shook his head.
Excuse me.
Nope.
Right. You don't see much. A little bit of like the little bit of light from outside, and the fire's raging behind you. Sort of gives you maybe 5-10 feet down in the tunnel, but it seems to progress quite far.
Can I fit in the hole? Am I small enough?
I would need a acrobatics check, please, to try and squeeze through.
This is how Ricky dies.
I got
There
your
might be
Matthew.
an easier way to go at this. I mean, I don't want to take away from what you're doing. If
Ricky,
you'd
you
like
can't
to-
hear what
What?
Pog's saying because your 6 foot
You wanna
long
say
neck
weasel down?
is too far into the dirt tube.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So I'm
Send your magical weasel down.
I'm just gonna like tap on Ricky's shoulder, like
Ricky pulls his neck out like
He does
some.
his hair right away. What?
Pog's trying to get your attention.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But if you're inclined to go down and look into the hole, that's fine. I have another way that might be more effective, but I don't want to take this opportunity away from you.
Nah, I don't really want to go in there, but go for it.
Okay, so if Ricky, if there's an issue, could you just give me a little shake, please? And I'm going to use Jasper
Okay.
and send Jasper down the hole, but I'm gonna go into Jasper, like see through Jasper's.
Right.
Yeah. I don't-
You lost me there for a second, but yeah.
So I go into sort of a little
Okay.
trance.
You're
eyes roll
turning.
back,
You're
blah, blah,
putting your
blah.
brain in a weasel, and then you're going down
Yeah.
into a dirt pipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
When I was looking in the hole, I was like, it's a hole. That's what I said.
Yeah, which kind of was muffled.
Yeah.
So Jasper will run down as far
While
as.
this is going on, I'm helping you comb your hair.
Oh, thanks.
Like, oh, you missed a spot.
Okay, Jasper's gone down.
Yep.
Who's
I
watching
can see the top
Pog?
of your head really easily.
The rest of us.
I said
Hold it down
Ricky,
low
but
for you, too.
Okay,
I think Ricky's now doing her hair. His hair.
right. So
Yeah.
Pog's kind of like.
I'm paying attention.
I'm just
Face down in the dirt.
I'm
right?
just-
Technically, I'm doing Ricky's hair while Ricky watches you.
Yeah.
I went into a trance standing there.
Okay. Yeah, you start. How fast is the weasel?
The weasel moves, according to this great card that I have, 30 feet.
They're gonna think we only sell weasel cards by the time this show ends.
Deck of weasels.
Deck of many weasels.
Weasel cards, but also frightened cards.
That's right.
Frightened
Frightened weasels.
weasels.
Yep.
So 30
The
feet.
deck of frightened weasels.
So yeah, you start scurrying down full dash. You
Hearing, smelling.
yeah. If you want to give me a perception check,
Okay.
are you smelling for things or are you hearing for things? You have advantage on the smelling, right?
The weasel has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing or smell.
All right. Give me an advantaged perception check, please.
It is 19.
It had gotten whatever it ran away had gotten a pretty big head start as you were kind of discussing what you were doing. There is you hear the sound of movement, but it feels like it's got to be 400 feet away, something like that. It's far away.
So okay, so I'll relay. Like I'm gonna stay with the weasel, but I can still talk. I think I don't see why I couldn't.
Yeah, I think so.
talk. I just can't see or hear
Yeah.
and stuff. So I guess. It's way out in front. It's about 400
Don't have
feet.
to yell.
Should I give me one shake if you want Jasper to keep going?
Uh,
2 shakes if I should stop.
Quick out of character rules question. How far away are you able to share?
So I
Jasper's
can-
senses?
I have to look it up. I think it's 120 feet.
I know there's a max to it.
I give you one shake.
Give me one shake. Okay, so Jasper's gonna keep going until we get to whatever.
I'm just looking it up quick.
I am also looking
It's
I'm
a
just
race.
gonna look up.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
at it. Within 100 feet.
Who's gonna win?
Okay.
After that, I can still go do a thing. I just can't.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get pretty quickly to the end of that 100 feet.
And nothing, eh?
Well, I mean, you're in 12 seconds. You'll be 100 feet away.
I'm gonna tell Jasper to go another 100 feet.
Without you?
Yeah,
Okay.
and come back.
The lone weasel.
So, and then I'll sort of shake out and
R.I.P.
explain to everyone what happened. That we went about 100 feet down up just a tube, dirt
Yep.
pipe.
Dirt pipe.
And
That's the
then
correct term. The correct term. Dirt pipe.
And then I send Jasper another. Is it going down? Like I'll give whatever description there is of it.
Get him to do another perception check.
It's a dirt pipe.
Yeah.
Full of dirt.
Full of dirt.
Well, no.
22.
Well, actually, there's an area
Yeah.
not full of
Yeah.
dirt.
The irony of the dirt pipe is that it in fact does not have that much dirt in it.
22.
Wow.
Not
Okay.
enough
Yeah.
dirt.
When Jasper comes back from his 200-foot journey to the center of the earth, he relays to you in simple terms that it gets a little lower, like it has a downward grade. Those are my words, not the weasel's words, and that he couldn't hear anything after getting there. That he's not fast enough for whatever this thing is.
Does Jasper like mime it out like?
Yeah.
I'll relay that to people.
Okay.
Well, I have a deeply informed hypothesis. I think whatever made the scarecrows evil is also what made the Woad evil. Using magic.
You really
Underground
solved it there,
magic.
Cowman.
Yeah.
We can all go to bed and sleep easy now, I think.
I'm gonna ask her. What's her name again? Sheila.
Sheila, yeah.
Would you mind
Wild hair.
if this hole was significantly bigger?
Spiders.
I have no. As long as you're not going underneath the farms, that's fine.
I can't guarantee. I have no idea which direction the tunnel goes.
Ananse, are you able to turn into a normal-sized spider?
Yeah,
Like
I
a
can
badger or
also
something?
summon like 8 giant wolf spiders.
That's. But you could just become very small and then go in
Oh,
the tunnel.
and then go in the tunnel myself.
But then we're sending him away.
I was just thinking of
And
just
I
like
mean-
getting an army of spiders and getting them to work like clockwork, like just like
But you,
spiraling down like a larger hole, and we can follow behind them.
or, and maybe I'm off base. You could go and gather information and then return with the information without us causing more damage.
Where you go down the hole, find the thing, stick something up through the ground, and then like.
And then we can go there and then
dig
go
it.
down.
Like a stick? Do you want me
Yeah.
to like bring a stick down with me and then I'll
Yeah.
poke it through the dirt?
Yeah. Or
I
whatever
feel like you
spider
might need a
arms.
really big stick. I
It's
said
like 400
stick.
feet below the earth.
I said stick.
That's what I heard. Stick.
It
So
sounds like she said dick.
you all, some of you look over and you see Wallace still in Woad form, like scratching the Woad chin. And he says, "How come the hobgoblin doesn't just walk along? We just walk the hobgoblin along the top, and he can stay in communication with the weasel.
I mean, that also.
And then we just follow this dirt tube to wherever it goes."
Yeah. That.
Well, it depends if it doesn't go. Are you saying that it doesn't go deeper than 100 feet?
I'm not saying. I don't know. I mean,
So
we just.
I'll ask. From what I could tell, is it sort of like a this thing, or is
It's
I had
a
envisioned my
slow,
head
a
going
slow,
like this.
slow grade. A
Oh,
slow downward grade. He only went 200 feet.
Okay, so if that's a thing that we could do, I'm 100% on board.
Yeah. Just
I
see.
think the voice of the DM might have a good idea. I mean, of the NPC. I mean,
Okay, yeah, I'm on
Devil?
board with that.
let's listen to the literal devil in our midst.
So,
I don't know. Team Drow giant spiders making an unnecessary hole also sounds
Well, we
fun.
can dig straight down
Let's
when
do
we
both.
get to somewhere.
So if
This
I
might just save
send
time.
Jasper along, I do need somebody to sort of guide me along because I'll lose my
Do you need to
sense
be
of-
like-
Can do. Why don't you tell me how fast you want to
Yeah,
walk? I will
I'll
hold your arm and
investigate,
we'll
buddy.
walk.
Or we could just like carry him.
Okay.
I think it's important that you drag him along the ground scraping so that he's as close to the weasel as possible.
You know, I respect the man who can throw balls of fire.
Oh, so you threw one of the balls of fire then?
Yeah, incredibly cold. Just yeah.
No, it was
I-
all of us, right?
I mean, for what it's worth,
I was like-
I was speaking hypothetically. In that I didn't see him throw a ball of fire.
Right,
I just
of
assumed
course.
that's a thing you can do.
I'm gonna
He's probably referring to Wallace.
I'm gonna
No.
mind meld into Jasper while this
Y'all
is
are terrible
Great.
liars.
Yeah, I'll
let's
like.
go, let's go.
saved by the weasel.
Yeah, there's a
I'll-
reason I'm not having them roll deception checks because
Yeah.
they've already failed them.
I will just like stick my arm through
I think it's pretty
Pog's
obvious at this
arm
point
and
people are
like
torn.
start walking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which one
so
of us? Which
well, yeah,
one
we'll
of us?
send Jasper through, and I'll sort of try and keep pace. So I'll put her at 100 feet or about 90 feet, like when I can tell it's getting weak, the signal, and then I'll start
Follow up?
moving. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
so that she's always at the sort of outer limit, and I can shuffle behind.
Sheila is following along in her pajamas and like big work boots. Yeah, you continue on for 200 feet, 400 feet, 600 feet, like starts to go quite a ways. The
Are-
depth
What direction are we going?
away
vis-a-vis,
from, on your map, you're heading in the general direction of Funnel. Or
Funnel?
Fawnel.
So,
Fondle?
just mostly back the way we came.
Fondletown?
Okay, cool.
Fondleton.
Towards the Beastlands.
Yeah, I mean, you can walk, it seems like walk a fair distance, and Jasper remains underground. It gets to be about, I guess you sense the distance, right? You can sense
Yeah,
the distance,
well, I'm
right?
assuming like it starts getting a
Okay,
bit
yeah. So
fuzzy.
at about 800 feet away from the farm, you think that Jasper's maybe 40 or 50 feet underground?
So it is very gradual. And
Yeah.
does
Yeah, it's still pretty
the
deep
tunnel
underground.
not divert? Is it one solid tunnel the entire time and no?
Jasper only sees one.
Also, are we going in a perfectly straight line? Is it like
It's Jasper has to kind of do a bit of this, but generally it's a straight line.
So I'll mention that it feels, I think we're about 50 feet underground now. Like I'll just keep trying to relay. I can't hear what they're
Yeah,
saying.
we should probably just keep going.
Give me a perception check for
Jasper?
Jasper. Yeah,
15.
15.
15.
Yeah, I didn't think you did roll the 50.
15.
Right. Jasper is he doesn't hear anything. As far as you can tell, the tunnel just continues on forward. Do they don't have dark vision, do they?
No.
Okay, so he's listening his way through
Listening and smelling.
and smelling. Yeah, he doesn't smell anything. Well, I guess there is a bit of like perspiration smell, like something's moved through here at a fairly quick clip.
Her fur is going to be disgusting.
Yeah, white weasel.
Yeah, it's my white albino weasel. Was my white weasel. Now.
Brown
Now
weasel.
it's a dirt tube.
Dirty weasel.
Dirt tube weasel.
Well, no, the weasels are tubes already. You don't need to say dirt tube weasel.
fair enough.
Looks like
Yeah,
a-
that's redundant.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep having her go forward until these guys tell me to stop or I lose. Like we're gonna just keep charging.
1,000 feet, 1,200 feet. She gets down to about 60 feet
Is there
below ground.
anything like
This
what's our
is
sight
dumb.
line?
Oh.
Like, is there anything in the horizon or like? Are
Give me a
we-
perception roll.
Oh yeah, we should probably be paying attention to the
Shenanigans.
surface.
I just assumed you guys are all watching your
No,
feet.
I'm looking. I've been
I
looking
mean,
straight down this whole time.
It is nighttime, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't see anything for shit anyway.
12.
Yeah, it's sort of just rolling hills and stuff for as far as you can see ahead. It is dark, and even your night vision doesn't let you see forever. So
I got 120 feet, I think.
yeah, you see 120 feet of
Nothing much.
Of nothing
Dark
much, yeah.
grass.
Yeah. Sheila lets out a yawn.
This is not getting us any information.
No,
Do you have any idea what this could be leading to? Like, is there any natural? Like, does this make any sense? Where this
the only thing in this direction is the ruins of Funnel.
Ruins sound
Well,
creepy and mysterious.
oh, it's just, the forest has reclaimed them. They're kind of a vestige of the Beastlands. Lots of creatures and things like beasts and animals roam that place, but they don't tend to have a lot of. They don't make a lot of plans. They won't organize, or sometimes fey creatures wander out of the portals to the Beastland and things. But I don't know. I imagine that's the source of things. It would make sense for plant creatures, I suppose.
Well, I mean, we could go and look around there, I guess.
Sure, maybe in the morning.
Yeah.
It is both night and raining. Visibility is poor.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Rust?
I don't think so. Hopefully not. We shall
Stainless
see.
Bastille. Yeah. Took you long enough, Caleb. Jeez.
Yeah, well.
So,
Monday, okay?
yeah. Yeah, so do you guys want to make your way back? It does seem like this tunnel will stretch on a ways. So.
Does anyone here know how to cast Liam in his tiny hut?
No.
Okay, we should probably wait.
Just double
Just
check.
shouldn't have taught him about that spell. Now that's all he's going to talk about.
It would be perfect for this scenario.
For the rain?
I
Or you're
just
just going to
have,
camp over the tunnel?
Jeffrey's moderate cabin, which is not good.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
Well, let us return
Alright,
to
let's
the
go back.
cottage.
Alright, you make your way back. By now it's late into the night, and you find yourselves back at the cottage doors. Sheila has peeled away from the group, yawned a
Good
goodbye, and says, I'll wake you up bright and early, and we'll figure this out. And she goes stumbling, kind of sleepiness drunk, punch drunk, I guess is what you would call it, off to her cabin.
Pod, wake up. Wake up, buddy.
Well, I mean, if you got back to the cabin, then
I was gonna say.
then the
We
weasel has
just-
come
Why
out of
did you
the
make
dirt
me
tube.
shuffle back?
Because it was funny.
If you just put the weasel on your head, is that like close enough?
On my head?
Like if you have the weasel, if you're in the weasel's eyes, but you have it on your head, and then your eyes are just like up here,
I
you'll
think the slight thing would like really mess
Yeah,
with
that'd be
you.
messed
you
up.
feel like a couple inches taller, I guess.
Okay, we'll figure that out sometime.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking. You're the wizard.
I mean,
Right.
I tried just walking around with a periscope up to your face. I don't know if that would be easy or hard.
Yeah, it's true.
I can just walk around. If I really need a smell perception check, I'll just walk around with the weasel.
Yeah, the night position key did.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you just kind of. So everyone, if you can take long rests. You don't need to do a watch in
Yay.
the cottage. So I guess
Can
you
heal
guys have
up.
already long rested. Is that what the?
I mean, I didn't get in the fight.
Right.
It ended before I showed up last time.
Oh, you didn't get there.
No.
That's why you had no idea.
Exactly.
Got it.
That wasn't even a lie. I genuinely didn't know what had happened.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, on the plus side, she seems the forgiving type.
Yeah, does she? She still seems mad.
Now, did we go up 2 levels? Or
Could have
just
been
one?
mad.
You went up to 5th level a long time ago.
God no, you guys killed a lot of corn.
So about wanting to be punished.
Yes, more my misdeeds.
You sex bucket.
I hope someone writes that in nail polish or something on his back. Sex bucket.
Oh, Ricky has art supplies.
Yeah, so morning comes, the rain stops sometime over the night.
The fire restarts.
Yeah.
Oh.
The cycle begins again. The cottage is on fire, everything's on fire. Sheila is true to her word. You get maybe 5 hours of actual sleep before she bangs on the door. She comes in with a tray that's like 4 times wider than she is. And she puts it down, and it's got like bacon and eggs and
Whoa.
pancakes and stuff. And as you all kind of wander down from your various rooms, she says, brain food. We'll figure this out. Something's wandering out of Faunal and finding its way to my farmland and disrupting my daily life.
So the first question is there anything in Faunal that particularly hates you?
Just wild animals, mostly. And no, they don't. I don't think they hate me. We're very kind to animals here. They're not. They aren't. Well, you get the occasional petitioner from the Beastland where someone who is very tied to nature would. Their spirit would become an animal, and then they would live as an animal. Occasionally, you find like talking boar and conversational moose and whatnot. But beyond
I
that,
want to talk to a moose.
Me too.
then the Beastlands is a place for you.
Can you
Moose hunt,
introduce
moose
me?
search.
Well, I don't know
To
any
a moose.
meese personally, but I do know that they potentially exist in the Beastlands for sure, and maybe wander Faunal if they found their way out a gate.
What do they talk about?
Relevantly, they don't seem the sorts
Let's
to,
go find
to
out.
hijack
Yeah.
your magical defenses.
No,
moose
I
have to
feel
say?
like I'd be able to figure out that a moose did it. You know?
Also, I mean, I haven't encountered moose before, but they don't sound like they burrow.
No.
I don't care about that. I just want to talk to a moose. Don't you want to talk? Well, I mean, maybe not. But
Really honestly, well, I mean,
Close
I
enough.
have no idea what you're trying to say.
I imagine they might know a lot about moss and being tall.
that's fascinating.
I suppose.
This
So,
is way
um,
more interesting than walking to a library that doesn't exist and you have to think about. I'm going to find a talking moose.
alright.
So if I fill up your wagon with provisions for a day's ride or something, you'll go check out the scene.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, great.
Cool.
Well,
Now I didn't promise a moose, so if you don't find one, it's not my issue.
Is there a way to find them easier?
If I don't find a moose, I'm rage quitting this library thing.
Wait, are you saying that this is a body of an animal with the soul of a person inside? Like more meat to consume with the same level of satisfaction?
What?
Don't eat my talking moose!
I would like to apologize for my companions who are easily distracted. We will go to Faunal and we will look for whatever is hijacking woads, and scarecrows, and hopefully we'll stop it
The
from doing it
scarecrows
again.
didn't glow purple.
You know, magic looks so many different ways.
Just saying, there's a theme with the purple woad and the purple
Neither
thing
did
in
those
the ground.
two other things.
Maybe they're not connected.
So anyway,
that's all
we'll
I'm
go
saying.
look,
The
and
mountains
then we'll come back.
things.
All right.
There's a purple people eater.
What form is Wyatt in right now?
He's in his halfling mode in the tuxedo,
Did
or
you
like nice.
in a tuxedo?
It's Sunday best. It's not a tuxedo. It's just
It's
like a
like a
three-piece
top
suit. Yeah.
Did you you said you came from there, didn't you?
From Faunal.
Yeah,
Um.
on the road.
Yes, I visited there for a time. No moose, sorry, but I conversed with some of the animals. They were boring, and I
Nothing
wandered
cool
away.
there.
I thought I'd have a little more fun with halflings, and I got to burn a bunch of stuff down
Yeah,
last
that's
night. I
pretty
mean,
cool.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, Faunal was a forest with some ruins. It was boring as hell.
You should stay here then and not accompany us.
No, I think you'll find a way to make it more fun.
We will, but I see.
I mean, I'm looking forward to burning down a chunk of it when we get there. I feel like it could be our signature. Every place we go, we burn down a chunk of it.
Lucy, do you want to stay here with the small people?
So I was going to suggest that. How do you guys feel about asking Sheila if she has chores that she could work with Lucy on and hang out and look after Lucy while we're away?
Get her fitted for a suit of armor, etc., etc.
Train her in
Yeah.
fighting.
Oh yeah, because we want to to convert halfling armor to fit her, right?
Right.
Well, not all of us, but
It'll be something to do.
You'll have to indicate to me what part of this you're actually expressing to Sheila as
so
she
are
eats
we-
breakfast with you.
are you guys?
I'm totally, yeah.
We're not gonna leave her here forever, right?
No, we'll definitely come back.
We're just going out for smokes, Lucy, that's all. We'll be back. We're going out for a walk in the forest.
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Oh my god.
That scene in AI when she leaves the
Those
little
are
boy
you're
and the teddy
terrible
bear.
people.
It's
These are
incredibly sad.
charisma
Yeah.
champions.
All right.
Oh, that's me.
So now I don't know what's real anymore.
To convince Lucy
wanna
to
ask-
stay.
Yeah, well,
Or Sheila, maybe there's chores.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Sheila.
But I'm just
we-
trying to clarify: are we leaving her here forever? Is that what we're
We're
planning,
coming
or
back in a
just?
couple days.
I mean, we will be back
for the
from
day.
after. We'll be back from
Okay.
Funnel, hopefully. I mean, I don't intend to wander through any strange portals.
You sip your smoothie.
Sheila, we, as you no doubt have seen, are accompanied by a human child. I remain to this day confused about why this is the case or how it happened. But it seems like Bono will be a dangerous place filled with wild beasts. Would you?
I wouldn't let you take the child to Funnel.
Oh no.
But maybe she wants to
Excellent.
talk to a moose.
Yeah.
Moreover, do you suppose that you have things such as javelins or armor in her size?
We're not a warring folk.
But a self-defending folk.
We've got pitchforks. Really pretty big sticks. I'm not sure. We're ready to deck this young one out. You're saying the only reason you're not bringing her around is because she's not armored enough.
Well, then she needs more training first,
Right. Well,
before she's prepared.
I can train her in milking cows. I can train her in making cookies.
You know,
Cookies.
Lucy, do you want to learn how to make cookies and eat them with freshly milked milk?
Still chunks in it.
I don't know if I can drink milk anymore after spending time with you, Theseus, but
You
cookies
don't
sound
know what you're
delicious.
talking about.
Cookies sound delicious. So, yeah, I mean,
Ricky sets his glass of milk down.
I really like it here. I don't want to make a permanent home of this place, but I think that I could certainly use the downtime.
Excellent.
And then when you're back, you'll have cookies to eat,
Cookies sound wonderful.
but no milk.
You know Ricky
Good.
eats eggs, right?
Yeah, that's not weird to me.
It's just like chewing eggs and they're just going everywhere.
Well, we will return at some point, hopefully, unless we all die horribly.
I might not come back if I find a moose to talk to.
You gonna marry a moose?
Understood.
We may also die pleasantly. It is possible. I've seen it in a number of
I mean,
times.
I'd rather marry the metal man.
Lucy,
Actually, that's not
Lucy,
true. I just want to sleep with them.
Lucy walks over to Nika and kind of tugs on you to lean down and says, I'm really curious about what it's like to be tall, so if you get an answer about that one, write it down.
Okay,
Yeah. And it's,
I got you.
you don't
kid.
really want milk anymore either, do you?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I also don't want eggs, though.
Why not? They're delicious.
Yeah. So she starts over to the kitchen and starts pulling pans and plates out and putting them everywhere.
Well, let us be off to the land of fawns.
Mm-hmm.
And
Montage.
moose.
Walking montage.
Yeah, so you're gonna all take the
We have a
wagon.
cart.
Oh, yeah,
don't
the
need to
cart,
walk.
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
The cart is loaded up. It has like sprouted some more plants and things, but there's also roasted corn, which kind of seems like there might be an ironic thing to it.
Popcorn?
Yeah. No, just like browned corn that will be tasty to eat.
The best way to cook corn.
And there is like basically enough to make a little charcuterie platter, like cheese and meat and stuff on the way. Yeah. A plowman's plate,
Would you
as it
say
were.
a charcuterie?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like meats and pickles and
This is
things.
the time in the episode where we teach add another word that he didn't know
yeah,
before.
last week with the
How did
So a charcuterie board.
charcuterie?
A charcuterie board.
Okay, there's an R there. You kind of skip over the R that kills.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board is like a wooden Well, I mean, it's
It's
just
a
a
board.
plate of meat and
It's a
cheese.
board.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like when they serve it to you like on a cutting board with meat and cheese.
Sure,
Oh,
charcuterie
fancy.
board.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it's all
Well, I
fancy.
mean,
That's the key
it's
thing.
known as charcuterie.
Yeah, fancy food board.
Yeah, meat
Yeah.
board.
It's a fancy meat board.
My charcuterie
Meat
has
board.
neither meat
Dirt
nor
pipe?
cheese on it.
All right, and then
What's
we
cashew cheese?
montage to
That
Funnel.
That counts.
So, the journey to Funnel is not.
Frank, what can you tell us of Funnel?
Frank, you're back. I'm not the only one.
Seems like a
who
joke.
remembers Frank.
Oh my. Frank starts whirring to life. 1 second.
Oh wait, did we decide if we can cast Magic Mouse on Frank or not?
We did. He doesn't have a mouth.
They doesn't actually have like
So
an.
nothing has
No,
a.
nothing has a mouth. We're
Oh.
gonna give him a mouth.
Right.
I think because he's a sentient, we can't.
Yeah, we can't.
So
It
that
has to
was
be an
it.
object.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it.
We could
Um,
put the mouth like under his mouth, like in the air. Or on his skull.
Very
top.
sad existence. You're just like looking into the bottom of a bag. And then
No,
once-
he
once
just
everything-
spins around Ricky's neck all the time, and we just ignore him apparently.
Oh, the fact that you get.
Someone else took him.
Did someone else take him?
No, I thought it was orbiting. Last I remember was orbiting Ricky's neck.
Yeah, just constantly like up
Okay.
and down your neck.
Ricky like it's a
We just completely ignore it.
He's so used to it, he doesn't even think of it. He's just like,
Funnel, F. And he's like going through, obviously.
the index.
It's been a while. What do you need? What do you want to know?
A general overview would be nice.
Also, where I can find a talking moose.
That's both very, very specific and very not. There are, in fact, people who live there, even though it is like overgrown wilderness. Elves, halflings, kender, anyone who might have a disposition to live in the woods. And then, of course, there's the petitioners, you know, animals with humanoid minds, sentient minds,
Like moose.
like moose and beaver and birds, and
I love this place.
so,
It's
why
just
you love
talking
me so
animal
much?
person.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about talking animals. I'm hanging around.
well, you don't talk when you're a spider.
You always go off on your own and talk to
yeah,
them too.
I can't talk to the animals. You talk to the animals,
Yeah.
and you just tell me what they're saying. That's not fun.
You just ask them boring existential questions and then eat them.
Introduce the concept of life and death.
What is the general disposition of the creatures who dwell in Funnel? Can we
Um,
expect them to attack us on sight or give us
They're
food?
pretty peaceful for the most part,
Excellent.
but obviously don't, you know, burn anything or knock stuff over that looks important.
Hmm.
Knock stuff over?
Don't.
Oh, don't.
Oh.
We should not do that.
Do not.
Shouldn't do that anywhere you go.
Usually true.
Life tips from Frank.
Don't knock stuff over.
Important stuff. If it doesn't look important, you knock it over.
Or burn it.
Is
I
there
don't-
a government or is it a loose collection of beasts?
No. It's mostly like a big camp out.
Some sort of festival.
Quiet contemplation festival.
Hmm.
That sounds not fun. I do not love this place.
But the moose, Nika.
Just wait till you get there.
But
Judge it for your own
But like,
eyes.
it doesn't sound like there are gonna be beers, babes, or bar brawls there. I mean, the talking moose is cool, but
I think it's just some woods. I think we're just going to some ruins and some woods.
There's gonna
There
be
are
bears,
there are people who live there.
bears and bear
They live
paws.
there and they call it a city, but it's more like I said, it's more like Burning Man.
bears.
Well, no, back
That
there it's
sounds
more like
made up.
Burning Man.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's more
Bear
like
Brawls?
not Burning Man.
Do we
Different.
want to head directly
Bear
to
Brawls
Funnel,
is
or do
it.
we want
Bear
to
Brawls
follow
quite
the?
good.
Aren't we traveling right now? Like while we're having this
Bark.
conversation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bear-
I guess so. I guess it's too
Bear
late. I was gonna say, like,
It's not
do
that
we
good.
want to actually follow
Follow
the
the
dirt,
Yeah.
the dirt,
Boars.
I know what you meant.
The dirt what?
Boars.
dirt pipe?
Yes.
Bear.
I think we'll be fine.
Boars. Bears.
You are at least
Bear
going to the
paws.
end of where the tunnel stopped and then continuing forward. Are you sending anyone down in the tunnel?
I mean, if you want to become a small spider and go down the tunnel, be our guest.
No, I don't want to do that.
Do you have message? Is that a spell that you have?
I have it.
Oh, okay, well that's less helpful.
I have it.
Does it go two
She could
ways?
send it to.
Yeah, people can respond.
Okay. Do you just want to go down the tunnel and magically walkie-talkie one another?
Well, but what if the tunnel doesn't go to the same place you guys are going. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you guys gonna go straight to Fondle, or are you gonna? Or are you gonna?
Straight to Fondle.
Or are you gonna, like,
You got, as long as you ask permission first. I mean,
are you going to?
Bastille blushes.
I imagine you like spitting in a bucket, and then like so it makes like a loud ting. Like that'd be like a euphemism for like sex party.
sex bucket. Someone's spitting into a
Spitting
bucket.
to a bucket and then looking at bucket.
What are we doing right now?
We're on
So-
a cart heading to Fondle.
Yeah, we'll just go to Fondle.
Let's go to
We
Fondle.
did figure out
Fondle.
what the 3 beers
Montage.
what the 3 B's of Fondle are,
are
so
we
that's
montaging?
important.
Yeah, that is very.
I decide when there's a montage. What are the 3 B's of traveling to Fondle?
Boars, berries, and bear brawls.
Yeah. Well, I think that you could probably expect at least 2 of those things.
That's 4 B's.
Okay, well, you know what?
This is bear brawl, one word,
That's why you're off screen, Ignacio.
or hyphen. Everyone, give me perception checks.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Excellent.
16.
Can't touch the
Don't
screen.
know what my
My stupid
perception
food.
15.
16
I
and
have
15.
I have spray foam glued to all my hands right now.
What are you laughing about? Over there silently giggling.
19.
Is it Fondle?
No, it's like
Okay,
I would
15,
giggle
19.
19,
16.
15,
Oh, wait,
16.
Hey, we're all pretty
Six.
close.
17.
Except for you.
0.
Wow.
Nice.
The die doesn't even have that number.
Yeah,
Well, everyone but Pog and Bastille, you do notice that up ahead there is a forested area that's encroaching, and there are various sized ruins, some of them quite tall, but that are parts of walls that have crumbled down, you know, corners of walls, corners of buildings that have crumbled down, but still, even from where you are, they seem like maybe they're 40, 50 feet tall. And there are quite a few animals moving in and amongst.
Are there moose?
Yes.
Are there boar?
You can't see any boar from where you
Okay, but there's moose.
berries.
in the low kind of scrubland around it, like the low bushes and
I don't
things,
want
there
no
is a
scrubs.
grazing. There is a grazing moose. He's eating berries.
I go right up to the moose.
Well, you're still a little ways off.
You could just like start
just-
chatting.
Yeah, literally, just like I'm
okay.
just like
You're
on a mission to the
Running
moose.
towards the moose.
I'm not running. I'm walking with purpose.
Animal
Okay.
would be good.
You're
since
charging
Speed
a
walking.
moose
we'll
head
be
on.
acutely
Okay.
aware.
The wagon follows behind, eventually catches up with you, obviously, because it's
You
just
like
a little
leap out of the
faster.
wagon.
Picking up a snake
And you're just speed walking towards where this moose is. The moose kind of lifts up its neck and looks towards you, and it's chewing on something. And
Hello.
hey,
Oh, you're a talking moose.
We did it!
kind of looks to the left and right and says, "Yeah,
I'm a talking half orc. Do you want to be friends?
sure,
Do you like
Nice.
boars?
no."
Do you like berries?
He looks at the bush. Yeah,
Do you like bear brawls?
no,
Okay, well, 1 out of 3 is good enough. I have a question for you.
sure,
I have a little friend.
right.
She's little, and she would like to know what it's like to be tall. I promised I would ask.
Small things seem smaller, but I think they're just further away.
He's like taking notes.
And that's about it.
Okay, also, have you seen any weird creatures that glow purple?
No.
Like with like purple eyes,
They're like purple hearts.
and, like creepy fingers, like reaching out of the ground and grabbing
Yeah.
stuff.
They like glow.
No.
Have you seen any magic?
Do you know what?
It's a talking moose.
Purple
I think
is-
it knows magic.
Magic surrounds us, friend.
Sure, and it's in our blood and in the sky and
Right.
everywhere, but any
So
like
Chlorans
particular
floating everywhere.
that binds the universe together. Multiverse. But like any particular out of the ordinary works of magic?
Some strangers came through the portal recently. But I mean, that's not
Where's the portal?
big news.
Where's the strangers?
Oh, it's in the biggest ruin in the middle of Faunal.
What sorts of strangers?
They just seem like mostly it's animals that wanders through there, but they were little folk, wild hair.
Like
No purple
this,
eyes,
or to
though.
point at Waller.
Halfling
Wyatt.
Wallace?
No, wilder,
But similar in stature.
same size. Although it's again hard to judge from up here.
Right.
What's it like to be a moose?
It's pretty okay. People don't bug you.
That
We're
seems
not bugging
false. Like we went to opposite conclusions there.
The walking on the legs takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, you got 4 of them.
You ain't always been a moose?
Did 2 move
No.
the same way and then the other 2, or is it like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Its eye twitches as it tries to look back and try and figure out exactly what it looks like when it walks. It's not real. I'm not really a big picture kind of guy.
That's fair.
What were you before
Me
you were
neither.
a moose?
Good question. You're so smart, Ricky.
I don't know.
I was a simple farmer.
Why do you want to be a moose?
Why not?
Were you like a human or what?
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, you've been a moose
Doesn't
for a
matter.
long
You're a
time.
moose.
Yeah, it feels like an eternity of moose-dom.
Did you choose to be a moose?
I think so.
Cool.
Nice.
It's pretty
Good
cool, I
choice.
guess.
Don't look, a moose.
Oh.
I rolled a 0 earlier.
Oh, right.
Steel's walking like this.
Oh. I met a man.
You met your talking moose.
I did.
Excellent.
I'm very excited.
Quest complete.
I asked Lucy's question.
Oh, good.
I wrote it down.
Do you think Metal Man likes me?
I've only just met him, and he has only just noticed me. But, yes?
Excellent.
Well, do you have a name,
Moose don't
Moose?
sing.
It's a wise
It's a
moose.
very wise moose.
I used to. You can give me one if you don't want to keep calling me Moose.
We shall call you Moose
Okay.
with a capital M.
DC is 3.
Theseus.
Theseus.
Moose with a
Oh
capital
my god,
M.
why is my name going to be Ox?
Like-
Tuseus and Theseus.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Moose.
You were renaming the ox.
Enjoy your stay in the
Oh,
woods.
that's good.
I'll probably
Thanks.
be here for a while.
If we come across any moose food, we will set it aside for you.
I think he just eats berries.
And leaves.
Oh, and leaves.
And
There you
twigs.
go.
Twigs and berries.
I'm gonna look around. Maybe we won't set all of it aside for you. There wouldn't be very much left.
The Beastlands have set it aside for me already.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Moose Friend.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, you find yourselves in pretty thick wilderness. Various different ruins rise up out of the trees.
Can we walk towards like the portal that he was talking about?
Yeah, there is one that seems taller than the rest, and as you get in, you realize there are a lot of tents and stuff set up in different small clearings, and a lot of different folk are here. Halflings, elves, humans seem to just have migrated here, you know, and they sit around small campfires and roast, you know, small creatures and things. They have birds and pheasants and stuff that they're eating, and they're just really relaxing. It is like a music festival just without the stage. And everyone's just sort of hanging around.
Music festival.
Is this
you
just
say.
a big portal?
Do-
Well, as you're walking
interrogate
past, you know,
people.
start getting the attention of people.
Is there like a central location that everyone seems to be looking towards?
Like a stage.
Yeah,
Like
Not
they
they-
told
a
us there wasn't.
stage, but like a thing that I could turn into a stage.
there are a few low ruins that definitely you could climb up onto that would rise up a bit, and
Do we need
Don't
to solve
take it
another
over.
portal?
Okay, can I would like to climb on a ruin and play some music for this
Sure.
music festival.
Sure.
It's not a music festival, but it sure is now!
go for it.
You want me to roll for it?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You-
I can't.
It's Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm so good at music. That is a 15.
what do you play?
You have a drum too, don't forget.
I have a drum, yeah, but this is a glam rock bagpipes moment. I take the time to
Chill
do
Yeah.
the Bowie.
Quiet, chill forest.
Yeah, I'm not very good at reading the room. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Let's
do.
set the glam bomb up.
I
in
do
room.
the
Birds and
the
every track.
Bowie makeup and you know, put some glitter on my face.
This is quite the production. I'll let you work on that while anything
It
anyone
only
else want
takes
to
like
do?
5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes for Bowie makeup?
I'm very good at
I
it.
guess so.
Is there any like small animals like squirrels around?
Yeah,
I'm not doing this again, man.
No, I'm not gonna talk. Well, it's not gonna be a long conversation.
Yeah, of course. There's tons of squirrels
It's
and
the
shit.
woods.
Again, I just want to like try to like scoop a small animal and make my way towards the portal.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Well, make an animal handling check.
Okay. I'm mostly just gonna check and see if the squirrel.
Ricky, are you doing anything?
On the portal. Think about that.
Looking cool.
That's a given.
14.
How are you helping me with my Bowie
Yeah.
makeup?
You somehow get a squirrel
Oh
to
yeah, I
trust
do
you.
have
And it
disguise
climbs up your arm.
proficiency.
Okay.
I like the idea that
Yeah.
you help me get ready.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
All right. Bastille.
It's
Yeah,
on
I'm an
the
artist.
dog
Yeah.
towards the portal.
I would like to say,
It's why we get it done so fast.
Frank, are you able to fly up high? That's up high, not ape high, just in case you misheard.
I heard you.
Very well.
You're asking if I can fly?
Correct. You seem to float around, but can you fly up higher?
I can really only orbit. Yeah.
What if I were to throw a rock that you were orbiting? Could you then fly?
You do a tall
I
tree.
think Webster's dictionary defines flight as not bad. That's more like you threw me and then I'd start falling.
Right. But I mean, you could orbit. Yes, I see your problem.
Yeah. I might be floating, but the rock will be not flying.
What about that large tree over there?
You want me to orbit up the tree?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I've never
Give it
tried.
a try.
Sure.
If you could orbit up the tree and tell me if you see anything suspicious or out of place from a higher
don't-
perspective.
I don't really see in the same way that you're thinking.
It seems to me you could just ask Ricky to climb the tree.
Ricky's busy with makeup.
We can try this out for the sake of experiment, I guess.
Yes, I love to experiment. Came out wrong.
Sex bucket.
I just stopped. I just stopped
Setting
the
myself
makeup.
up.
Now,
It's like,
now, Nika, cast magic mouth. He wants to experiment. So, so you take Frank and start trying to spin him around a tree. Okay.
It's like skipping stones.
Yeah. He starts going around, and then you kind of just like tap him, and he starts going up.
Watch the branch.
Yeah, and he gets about 3/4 of the way up, and then hits a branch and just falls straight down and bounces. Didn't work.
You
No.
go to catch him, but it still hurts because you're metal.
Well, now we know.
You gonna pick me up or?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll pick him up.
You thought about that too long.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Right. Processing power's low.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I've been hit in the head a lot.
I'm orbiting you now.
Very well.
Do you have any questions? No one talks to me anymore.
Well, if I think of a question, I'll ask you.
Right. All right.
Do you get tired?
Oh, you thought of a question. No, I don't sleep. I'm kind of just. I'm not really a thing. I mean, a thing. I guess I am a thing and not a person.
Can you keep watch?
No.
Can you keep time?
I understand the concept of it.
Can you explain that to me?
It's a flat
No,
circle.
yeah.
Regrets DMs have.
No,
You said
you're later.
right?
Sorry?
Later, I can tell you about time later.
Yes, you'll tell me about time in great detail later.
Yeah. I want you to experience
Well, I
some
know
time
what you're
first
saying.
before I talk to you about it.
Glowing purple.
I want to find a random person and ask them some questions.
Okay. Well, there's a show about to start. Unless Pog, you want to do anything?
No. No, I'm sitting. I'm going in a different direction. Sitting down on a stump. I assume there's a stump or a rock.
Yep.
I'm sort of communing with myself, and I'm gonna pull out a beautiful drawing that I received a few episodes ago, and look at it to myself, and sort of just trace my hand around it and fold it back, and
Aw.
steal a breath and put it back in my safe place in my pocket.
Pog is going on this weird emotional journey while you all talk about fondling. Well, yeah.
We have it on good authority now that Bastille wants to experiment. That's all I'm saying. It's canon. It's happening.
We are recording this. So
Literally.
yeah, Nika, you are ready. Your makeup's ready.
Right.
People sort of paid a little bit of attention to you as you came in. Obviously, Ananse, you got a bit of a weird look from some of the elves, and Theseus, you are a cowman, so
If someone gives me a weird look,
I straight up just don't realize when people give me weird looks.
yeah, you don't
Because
care.
it's all we're doing.
I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery. So when people give me weird looks, I'm gonna show them my fangs.
Okay.
I like how they give him weird looks to know me.
And your stage is
We're
set.
too cool. Yes, so I climb up on top of one of the low ruins, and I give a like, "Rah!"
Oh,
to
wait,
start.
I could do like mimicry, and I could do like a voice of an announcer at some point that announced you.
Good morning,
Yay.
Funnel! Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Gamgee's.
You do Gamgee's voice?
Yeah, I'm doing Gamgee's voice.
Cool.
Well, he just talked like this, didn't he? He's
Oh.
my standard barkeep voice.
Okay.
Surly barkeep. That's me.
I'm sure there was someone epic.
Some-
who
yeah,
introduced
at some
me
point,
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
probably been to a boxing match or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a gladiator background, so definitely.
There you go.
I never
The
The announcer from
Yeah.
Nika's gladiator days.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah. That's right. You start doing the hype man routine,
Yeah.
getting everyone's attention.
But I'm
There's
like
a-
behind a tree. I don't want them to see me.
Right, yeah. You don't want to steal the thunder.
Yeah.
So yeah, people start kind of like looking over, and a small crowd kind of amasses. Theseus, can I get a perception check from you?
Mm-hmm. 9.
Okay. As the crowd gathers, and you start to get ready to play, you notice, Theseus, you do notice something, but it feels too late. A couple of sort of small, a little taller than halflings, but not that much taller, with ponytails, pointy ears, two little creatures scurry out of the crowd
Oh boy.
and start heading off to a tent or something further away. So Nika, your performance check as you start onto this glam, you can go for the crowd. It's about a dozen
Alright.
people so far.
You want me to make another check?
What was
or
the first one?
15.
Okay. Yeah, you start attracting them over with some rock and roll glam.
Yeah. Glam rock bagpipe music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's as amazing as it sounds.
Is it like a cover of a specific Bowie song?
No.
Okay.
No. Bowie doesn't exist in this world, I assume. So, you know.
Well, I know, but you could still like.
No.
Tell me the sound.
Bowie's the like inspiration for the look.
I
His
see.
music is just
Random
broadly
Right.
glam rock inspired
Okay.
with bagpipes.
People seem a little surprised by the noise right away, because again, it's very quiet here, and some birds nearby do leave the trees. But I mean, not super surprising. And then,
I did announcer.
huh?
I did announcer.
That's right, yeah. And the birds are like, "This isn't our speed," and then they like flew away. But people start, clapping their hands, and a couple people dance, and
Excellent.
a few animals come over. The moose has wandered over.
Nice.
Yes.
He's nodding, sort of
Like,
nodding his head.
Between songs, I'll be like, "This one's for you, Moose."
Thanks. Yeah. So Theseus,
I-
two Kender have just left the group.
Yeah, were they leaving from near me?
No, you spotted them.
Okay. So the first thing I will do is pat down all of my pockets as I walk over
You
towards
seem
them.
to have You seem to have everything.
Okay. I will head over towards them.
The two Kender turn around because you're pretty noisy, and they're like, oh no, hey,
What?
fancy meeting you here.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, the cool show. How come you're not watching the show?
It's
Don't like fun?
it's not my speed. What brings you here?
Oh, Faunal's the best. There's birds and animals we can talk to, and it's just fun here.
You have you been to see the slightly shorter, rounder eared versions?
Halflings. Versions.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, they're cool. They're not as fun as Kender.
My racism is fine. It's fine.
Yes.
Anyway, we're gonna be on our way. And he nudges the Kender standing beside him.
Can I, do I get the sense that they're up to something? I mean, I get the sense that they're up to something. Does Theseus get
You
the
may
sense
give
they're
me
up
an
to
insight
something?
check.
You're supposed to just yell inside check. That's all you
Are you switching to another tune?
Yeah,
Your song
yeah.
ends, Nika, and there seems to be a little bit of interest in another one.
Is that a 1?
Do they want the same kind of music?
No one's making demands.
Do I get the sense that they want something different?
It's dealer's choice, I think.
I feel like I have nice rocks written down. When did I get nice rocks?
Nice
Nice
rock.
No, Theseus is pretty good at knowing what people
Nice.
should know.
What did you get on the insight?
I rolled a 1.
What's
so
your total?
5.
Yeah. They seem to be leaving.
They seem exactly as trustworthy as Kender normally do.
Yeah, they don't seem to have done anything recently in your mind. If they are hiding it really well.
Well,
Hey, it was nice meeting you.
yeah. Sorry, one
They
one
start
more
doing
question.
that walking 2 steps away, like still continuing the conversation, but
You might, and it's fine if you don't, but we're here because the they didn't want, there was magic. Somebody has possessed the
I think when
weird,
they chopped off that part of your horn, they took a little bit of your brain there, pal.
Yeah, and I'm the one. who's
That's
supposed to get
unkind.
this.
Well, you're mumbling.
So we came from Sheila Perry Royal Pear's place, and it
What's
seems
your passive perception?
11.
Okay. Just curious.
Just
Yeah, hypothetically.
pickpocketing
Just
you like,
hypothetically.
Yeah.
Ripping off this
It seems that there is dark magic afoot, and I'm just wondering if you've heard anything. You know, I ask you just because you look familiar, like you come from a place that's real.
They look at each other and, well, a lot of weird stuff happens around here.
That seems true.
We dropped in from Sigil,
Mm.
little forest that they have up there. We came for a visit. Haven't seen anything weird other than talking animals, but I guess it's normal for around here. Anyway, have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
And I'll again, as I walk away, pat down all my pockets to see if anything is missing.
Do you have anything that's hanging off of your belt?
Because it ain't anymore.
Probably. I assume. I don't even know what my equipment is. Oh yeah, there's a dagger on my belt, as well as a water skin that would probably be tied to my belt.
Yeah, Waterskin's gone.
Okay. Well, that's a fairly low cost for an interaction with Kender. I feel fine about that.
Nika, what are you switching it up to for the second round?
I'm gonna stay with the bagpipes, but now I'm going to transition. I've warmed them up, eased them in with glam rock, and now we're leaning fully into Riot Girl.
Okay. Performance check. What's everyone else doing while this is going on?
I'm still
That's
making
even
my way
worse.
toward the squirrel.
You're making your way to with the squirrel?
Yeah, to the big
Building a squirrel.
Yeah.
Slowly walking.
Sure. What'd you get?
14.
a lot of them seem to want to get back to their morning routines, but they're polite enough to stick around for the last song.
Oh no, that's 3 songs of Riot Girl music.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All rolled into one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're down to about 4 or 5 people by the time the last song plays. There's a smattering of applause. A couple of halflings that seem to be in hide clothing, fur and stuff. They reach into their pockets and throw a bunch of acorns and leaves at your feet.
I was gonna say, I feel like we would probably have some sort of collection bowl.
Oh yeah, we would have said something like that.
Sure. Well,
Yes.
they gently place their acorns and pine cones and leaves into the bowl,
Nice.
and then those 2 are the last ones to kind
Acorns
of
and leaves, along with
And
my
pine cones.
nice rocks.
Nice one.
Well,
I don't remember what
Don't
Nice
forget
Rocks is
dirt.
from.
I don't know either.
You grab a handful of leaves, there's always some dirt in there too.
So I suppose I will come back to
Nice
the
dirt.
group.
Mhm.
There are some shifty Kender. I don't trust them. I think they may be connected to whatever is happening.
I'm sorry.
They're like halflings, but
Yes.
they're awful.
I see.
I suspect they are the cause of the problems.
Based on
That's very generalization-y.
It is also true.
well, we can find out for certain.
Weird
I have a spell I can
for
cast.
judging people like that. I mean, that sounds like something cops would do.
I can interrogate them with the silver flame.
Don't do that.
I mean, but it is objectively true that all Kender are
It's a
thieves.
good social lubricant.
What's
I-
wrong with thieves?
I think good point, and also maybe you're wrong. That is not just objectively true.
No, on this count I'm right.
Hold on, let's find out.
Right. So
Frank, are Kender always guilty?
From what I know about them, they are friendly and kind. They just have a predisposition to wander, and sometimes they just take stuff.
okay,
But-
but so I mean, literally, you just described us.
So, sorry, Frank, when you say sometimes, do you mean always?
Well, they sleep sometimes.
But whenever they are not
Sleep
asleep.
too.
No, sometimes they do it and then they give it back. I mean, I'm sure there are Kender that are
We've done that
constantly
before.
filling their pockets with the things that they find.
And I mean, sometimes I take it from the rich
That seems
people and then I give it to the poor people.
You've got opinions, I've got my
Maybe
facts.
that too sometimes.
You never know.
I'm getting the sense Theseus doesn't like us very much.
Maybe not.
Are you Kender?
Are we Kender?
Well, based on what he said, we might be.
I think so.
No, they're not. They're not Kender. It's
No.
half orc and redacted.
Hmm.
So that's weird.
Redacted.
That's never happened before.
Pterodactyl?
You have one
My
half orc
pterodactyl?
and one redacted. Oh no. No.
Curious,
Yeah. Then we'll try one more time. Warforged.
correct?
Drow. Hobgoblin. Kryn Minotaur. Half orc. Redacted.
Hmm.
What'd you do? Oh, you broke
So
Frank.
big. You broke Frank. So good.
What do you call yourself?
Keku?
I'm familiar with Kenku. But you are not, I guess.
Hey, he can be whatever he says he is. You
I'm
don't
not-
get to tell someone else how they identify. If Ricky says that he's a Kenku, then he's a Kenku.
Identify as Keku.
I appreciate that. But all I could do is check my records. And so when I try and say what Ricky is a redacted.
Right. All I'm saying is records are tools of the oppressor.
Okay.
Do you think do you think maybe Frank knows a thing that he's not allowed to know that also Ricky doesn't know?
What does redacted mean?
It means they can't tell you. Like when the government is hiding stuff from you, they cover it up. They black it out on their records. Tools of the oppressor.
Yeah,
like
they
I
bury
said.
their gold under the ground.
And then it's redacted because they don't want anybody to know about it.
No, then it's buried.
That's kind of. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I want you to be a Kenku. but I can't call you one. I'm sorry.
Can you call me Ricky?
Yeah, you're a Ricky. That was easy.
Okay.
I don't like you anymore, Frank.
I don't think you ever liked me. I thought you've already told me several times. Too helpful, I guess. He keeps
13.5
orbiting
times.
Bastiel's head.
Nika does not like most people.
That is inaccurate.
Yeah. She
So,
likes cool people.
what are you doing with the squirrel? I'll take the bait now. I'm gonna change the
I
subject.
mean, that's what the squirrel might be. So let's.
yeah.
Well, I just want like, is there like, can I just walk straight up to the big portal?
Yeah, there was no like swirling energy or anything like you were expecting to find. There is, in the center of the ruins, the largest ruin is actually collapsed somewhat and has formed kind of like what looks like a gateway.
Okay, like, can I
But there's
see-
no like swirling energy. You can
Yep.
see the other side of it, what's on the other side of the gateway.
Oh.
Not like into another world, but it's just like there's nothing there.
Oh, okay, there's like maybe like a faint shimmer.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just like to hold the ass end of the squirrel and move it towards where I presume the portal is until its head disappears.
Does this squirrel say anything?
The squirrel is kind of chittering. I'm assuming you're holding on to the squirrel tight enough that it can't
Yeah.
move away.
I maybe would give it like a barrier or something like that to occupy it. So that it starts like messing around.
So you're testing the gate by holding on to the squirrel.
I'm gonna hold him onto like the back end of the squirrel, and I'm just gonna like move it until I start to see like skin disappear into nothingness.
Nothing happens.
Oh, not like.
Like it just passes to the other side of this. I mean, the actual gateway is about 8 or 9 feet from one end to the other,
Okay.
and it's like a bunch of collapsed
But
stone.
like if you
and
like crossing a threshold, you don't just like disappear.
no,
Is the squirrel saying anything?
it's just making
animal
squirrel
squirrel.
noises.
Can I?
So it's not a talking
Can I-
squirrel?
can I
No.
try-
Oh, the talking, yeah.
Can I
No,
try
this one's not
grabbing like a
talking.
rock?
Huh?
And like, can I try grabbing a rock,
It's just sitting
throwing
there.
it across
Yeah.
the
This
gateway?
guy picks it up.
It, like-
and holds it through. And it's just like whatever.
Yeah, there's a few people looking kind of funny, but they just kind of scoot around the edge of it so they can't see what's going on. And the stone just goes all the way through.
You need to keep.
It goes all the way through like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the squirrel and I'm gonna bite its head off in one fell swoop and like stand there and kind of chomp on it and be like,
Thinking.
So he's not a rock and it's not a squirrel. Narrowed it down.
Maybe it's a partial squirrel corpse, though.
It's
Well,
a
that's
headless
not-
squirrel.
Oh, you ate its head though, so now you don't know if it's a counts
Yeah,
as a
I
squirrel
don't-
head.
I just want to know if like I just want to know if it was like a like bloop or if it's like an actual like you gotta pull something off to get.
You're not even sure you're looking at a gate right now. It's just the thing that was described to you as being in the middle of town. What's everyone else? What's everyone else doing?
Probably looking on at this in some kind of abject horror.
Well, I think
Right.
didn't he wander like a fair ways away from us though?
Well, we're close.
He
to
said he was
the-
on his way down. He was the only one who was
okay.
moving down there. yeah.
But yeah, seriously, I think we should follow the Kender. I think they're probably up to no good.
I think you're wrong and racist.
I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
You all kind of look in the direction Theseus is pointing, and there isn't anyone that meets that description.
Also, possibly you're hallucinating.
Did you eat any berries or anything?
No. But I mean, the last time that I saw someone from Kryn, they were a horrible monster who was deceiving me, so possible.
Is that like a
What?
mirror?
What part of it's possible?
That I'm seeing things that aren't there.
Oh.
No, I am perfectly honest at all times.
Actually, that is true.
Lying is dishonorable. I
What's
would not
Wyatt
deceive
doing?
anyone, least of all myself.
Wyatt is talking to different animals.
Did he enjoy my Riot Girl music?
Yeah, he was amongst the last 4 people that stuck around for the whole thing.
I want to see what his like real form is.
Oh,
That's
also,
cool.
is there anyone?
We might die.
Is there
but
any
I think it's
is
fun.
there any
Yeah,
like
let's
are
do it.
locals like looking at what I'm
Worth
doing?
it.
Is there anybody who I'm looking for somebody who looks like uncomfortable at me being near the gate?
There is an elven woman that was leaning up against the gate. Well, what you're calling the gate. She had an apple in one hand, and she was watching you bite the head off the squirrel.
I'm gonna walk up to her eating the squirrel carcass casually, like as if I was gnawing off an apple, like her.
That's gross even for you, Drow.
Do you know how this functions? And I'm gonna like kind of like loosely point at the.
Wave the squirrel carcass at it.
Yeah,
This
Like
works.
blood spraying out.
Is over there.
How? What works?
There's some. I was told there was some sort of portal in the center of the ruins.
I think you're mistaken, Drow.
Is that true? Someone who commanded the skies to rain on command told me that there was a portal here.
I'm just supposed to believe the words that come out of your mouth, Drow?
I mean, why would I? That seems like a very strange thing for me to make up.
I've known a lot of strange Drow. She goes back to leaning up against the stone and takes another bite of the apple. Not a squirrel.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to like just like look around for any signs of. I'm gonna look for anything like out of the ordinary in terms of like. I don't know, like any like signs of like energy or something. Like maybe like burnt grass.
Give me an investigation check. All right. Everyone has made their way down, presumably to where the gate is, or where the gate is supposed to be at this point. And yeah, you see Nance like chewing on what's left of a squirrel, and just like picking up dirt and letting it go in the wind and looking around. There's a semi-bemused, semi-upset elf eating an apple. She's got one like leg up against the stone, and she's just kind of like eating and looking over at what he's doing. Is this idiot yours? As you approach.
Yeah.
He's actually
Try
probably
lying one day.
one of the smarter
Why?
ones of us. I think it might get you in less trouble.
Oh, I don't think that's true. Have you ever met? It's a small. Says she's a goddess. Sheila something or other.
Sheila Pararoyal.
Sure. Yes, that one.
Have I met her?
Yeah.
No. I'm
No,
familiar.
okay. Well.
Oh, that's what he meant by short person making rain from the sky.
Yeah. So someone's trying to mess with her. So we said we'd come and ask some questions. Do you know anyone who hates halflings?
You mean besides you?
I have nothing against halflings. Kender should all burn, but I have nothing against halflings.
I find that halflings are hard to hate.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're asking about strange goings on around here,
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff.
I mean, other than
I'm not talking about him.
What kind of stuff?
What was your investigation check?
8.
8.
I really wanted to give you some information, but I just can't with that roll. So, yeah, you're kind of kicking some dirt around and taking a look, but you see some animal tracks that seem to go clean through.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
It's the same bonus, but maybe I'll just won't roll shit.
Couple of locals said I come to follow the hunt. Not of course the petitioners, but you know, the Beastlands is just a little overwhelming and kind of sick of wandering around with the other elves.
right. I can see how that would happen.
So when I heard something interesting had come through the gate, I made my way back from Sigil to get here, but I don't think what came through is something I'm interested in hunting.
What came through the gate?
Sounds like some little people. They don't meet the descriptions of anyone that any of the locals.
Pointy ears?
They said they came out of the gate and just started to burrow away. Then
Yeah, Kender
a few
did
other
that.
smaller things followed behind through the hole, and they were gone.
Yeah, it sounds like what we came chasing.
Weird. I don't know what to think of this, but they said they had like weird glowing eyes.
Yeah, purple.
No, they didn't say what color.
Did
Anyway,
they-
I'm
did
just
they-
hanging around this pile of rocks,
Right.
and she looks over at Ananse.
Who just rolled a 1 for the Arcana. So.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Magic.
This place doesn't have a gate as far as you're concerned.
Right. This pile of rocks, which is somewhere near but is not the gate.
The bottom of the squirrel is like really getting out of hand, like, you know what I mean? It's like really bad. It's like an ice cream cone that you had in the stomach for too long.
Right, okay.
So like I'm like having a hard time keeping it together.
Right. Gross. No, you've come to the right place. I'm just
Right. So,
messing with your drow.
yeah, that's fair. So from what you've gleaned, the small purple glowing people, or not purple, went back through the gate. Was what you were saying?
No.
No, they're here.
I just heard they came through.
Mhm.
One of them started burrowing.
Right.
The other two followed.
Right.
You say you're a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm Bastille.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Are you also a tracker then?
Yeah. Usually I work with my brother, but he didn't come with me on this trip. He's the better tracker between the two of us.
But you are a tracker.
Well enough, I suppose.
You said you were not interested in hunting these creatures when they came through the portal. However, if you were, say, compensated for your services.
What have you got?
Lots of apples.
I got some nice rocks.
I have coin.
I got some nice rocks.
I've already showed them off.
That's right.
Think?
Episode.
Let me see these. Let me see these rocks.
Take your
Well,
rocks, Mika.
okay. I pull some rocks out of that. I don't know where the
I have no
fuck
idea.
they came from.
They are rocks.
But I
We
have
know-
some
we know they're nice.
Rocks.
No clue.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was hoping you were just talking about gemstones.
I have pieces
No,
of gold.
they're literal rocks.
Yeah, they are nice.
But they nice rocks.
Look, I'll stick
But
with
I
you.
got some gemstones I can show you.
Yeah, I didn't trample over my money.
Maybe at a later time.
There could be some compensation there. That's all I'm saying.
Do you know the magic mouth spell? Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Does she
Uh,
have
you know, I'll help you take a look. If you're here to clear it out, I'm not too interested in having Faunal be in too much trouble. So, you know, I'll help you look around.
Wonderful, thank you.
Pa, what are you doing right now? You still on your stump?
Still on my stump.
This guy's as exciting as a tree stump.
So as you're looking at the paper, you all the sound of the forest drops away, and as you're folding up, you look up. You are on a stump, but in the woods from where you left your home, and in front of you is a vision of yourself standing in front of a wall, back against a wall. Devastator Utsa, I took notes. Devastator Utsa hand out, about to fire the fireball that was going to execute you. And panic just starts to overcome you. And that's, I think, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
So with that dramatic gasp, we'll be back in. Are we gonna do 15 minutes?
Yeah.
We'll do a 15-minute break, and we'll be back, and we'll have the other half of the exciting gasp. See you in 15. All right, we are back to episode 13 of Lost on the Great Road, and I have Pog on his own just for a little while here. Pog, your friends have wandered off towards what they presume is the gate in the center of Faunal, but you have decided to linger back and sit on your stump and look at the lovely drawing of you being strong and powerful. As you look up from it, though, you found yourself not, in fact, in the forest of Faunal, but in a different forest, just outside the Hobgoblin encampment that you escaped from narrowly, and you are witnessing yourself from a third person about to get executed. A lot has been on your mind of late, and now is your chance to get a little bit off of your chest. What were you thinking about on the stump before this happened?
Yeah, so from a back, like just in terms of Pog's mindset, one of the reasons why he ran away was to get away from the Devastator Academy. So for those who don't know, Pog was identified as a young hobgoblin as having magical abilities or intellect that would be good in a magical setting. So he was rushed off to effectively a war camp where they train you to become a Devastator. Devastators are known for explosions and killing things and killing people, with the piece de resistance being fireballs and that kind of evokers, effectively. That didn't really jive with Pog. at all. He is more of a tender-hearted, more on the quiet, introspective side and helping as opposed to blowing things up. So he'd been struggling with that for a while. Eventually ran away after one of their training camps. One of their training outings resulted in some death that he was responsible for as part of his group, his training group. Ran away, and where that fits into the last day or so with the scarecrows, for example, is he was really shooken by the idea, and up until now hadn't been using sort of attack type spells. Had been very passive, and so the concept here was with the scarecrows, he finally found himself in a situation where he needed to use an offensive spell, didn't want to, and not only did he use an offensive spell, but it was Fireball, which is sort of the trademark, and there's a bit of concern from him because not only does he hate that lifestyle, but it's almost, and this is, I apologize, but it's the best way to think of it, like an alcoholic. So he hates it, he likes it a bit, and so anyways, there's some struggle going on there. So on the stump, he's just trying to wrestle with his demons about the pacifist lifestyle he wants, but there was this Fireball and he blew it up and he wants to go home and he's got Lucy and there's just a lot on his plate, and that's why he's a bit more reserved compared to the more beer brawl, fun-loving people.
So you finally have found a moment of peace to sort of parse your thoughts, I guess. And
that was a lot, sorry.
No, it's fine. And all these things are running through your mind as you look up and realize that you're sitting in the woods outside of that war band camp, and you are about to witness your own execution. Except you see, you get to watch what Devastator Utsa watched, which is in a very disturbing manner that you didn't feel. Your body just kind of folds up into space and then disappears into itself as the Fireball impacts the wall that you were standing from, leaving a huge scorch mark. Utsa starts screaming and Hobgoblin to scour the area. He dimension doored away, must have gotten away. He's not supposed to know how to do that and all this kind of thing. And what's interesting when a Devastator casts a fire spell, they can choose people not to get hit. Mm-hmm. And so the flames blasted back over the troop that was behind him but did no damage. And they start to scramble and run. And then there's a voice just at the back of your brain. It's like it's crawling over your brain. And it whispers to you, "That's when I collected you."
Who is that?
You owe me a great debt. I saved you from being executed by your own kind.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a helpful protector. You can think of me as a mother figure. I'm working my way around.
Do I know you?
You know of me, I think.
I need more.
I sent someone to talk to you. I didn't realize they were so frail of mind. I think he rambled at you for some time. I could understand that maybe you didn't piece anything together from that.
I don't understand. Who did you send? What do you want?
You don't remember? Strange man came up to you, started rambling at the table. That was me. Well, I gave him a little piece of myself. I was hoping, that you'd get some insight, but maybe I picked the wrong subject. Maybe you're better.
What do you want from me? I don't understand. Why are you collecting? This doesn't make any sense.
There's a lot of things that are in my control, but as I weaken the bonds between these worlds, some people fall through the cracks. But I'd like to think that you're my chosen children. Maybe you'll be able to help.
Help you how? Chosen for what?
The mother spider needs to return to her brood. The worlds are lonely without her.
I don't understand. I need more. What am I supposed to be doing? How did you get me here? How do I get home?
Oh, home. Home is where you make it.
More importantly, how do I get Lucy home?
Lucy. I don't know all of your names. I'm sorry. There's a lot of you.
The child that travels with us. How do I get her home? What can I do to get her home?
The worlds are sealed away for now until they're ready for me to come back.
And what should I do until then?
Spread the good word. Make your mother proud.
How?
Well, poke holes in things. Weaken the bonds. Make it so I can squeeze through.
I'm not going to use the insight check.
No? You were trying to get an idea of what...
Am I getting a nefarious? Am I getting an altruistic? Am I getting...
Give me an insight check. No, you did great. You did great without asking for an insight check, yeah.
Natural 20.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Plus 21.
There is a tone in her voice that sounds, or in their voice, I guess, that sounds motherly, like a genuine concern for the safety of her children.
Okay.
But then there is a second layer to it, where she's getting anxious to just be where you are.
Okay.
You and everyone. You sense a great power, and even though her voice is in your head, you feel like that power is very far away. Not distance-wise, but separated from you.
I'm sorry for all the questions, but what do I call you? How do I know how to help?
Just do what all children do when they need their mother. Cry out. And the voice fades away from you, and you suddenly return back to the woodsiness. Back on your stump.
Don't we get peeps?
Yeah, you guys can come back in.
Why camera?
Yeah, they closed the door. So, Ignacio, how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, good. It's all right. They know that you're not here. It's not like
They're meant to be like.
okay.
Ugh, if we
Doing
move
this now.
fast enough and elegantly enough, we're invisible. Don't you know? That's how everything
Don't you
works.
know?
So anyways, with my last stab at the dragon,
Yeah.
I...
It collapses, and the whole town of
Alright.
Faunal is
You
just
spent
like
your whole thing crying
This,
to your mom.
this
or
little
something
shit
like
over
that.
here is just sending me all these texts. Ooh,
That's what I did
Pog
in my
secrets.
lecture
So many
time alone.
Pog secrets.
I'll have you know, we talked extra loud so we couldn't hear what was going on.
good. It's fine if you heard. It's
Really?
We really didn't.
We actually all had our
we legit
ears.
didn't have cover for a while.
It's fine. I just said it's fine if you heard.
Okay, but we didn't.
Okay, well then that's fine too.
Good.
Everything's fine.
But what if we did?
Cool. What were we doing?
So did you only hear the last sentence that was said? Like you forget every sentence before the last sentence?
So can I loot the dragon's body, or am I...
Yeah. I knew you're a billionaire now.
Hog is a billionaire god now.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
What were we doing before the break?
You were heading
genuinely
down
don't
toward.
remember.
You were all standing around the gate, and you were talking to an elf.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna help us track the thingies?
That's right, whatever they were.
And then maybe sleep with me.
That seems less likely.
I'm
No,
gonna
I've
slowly
seen
get
the
up
most
and walk.
likely sleeping happening in this game. Just
Are you questioning Nika's game? Because that's gonna be a
Roll
problem.
to seduce Theo.
I mean, it's inevitable.
I'm gonna slowly get
I
up
am
and
the
walk
bard,
towards
damn it!
Okay.
Yes.
Hog meets up with you as you
The bard, the one who fucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Living the road.
The elf introduces herself as Bryn.
Smashing some.
Bryn.
Sorry, quick
It's
question,
not ugly, thank you.
because
It's very beautiful.
Theseus's memory is probably better than mine, and it hasn't been as long for him as it has been for us. Was
I
Bryn
did.
the name of what's his face's sister?
No.
No. Okay. Good.
She's trapped in the Nine Hills.
Yeah, no, I knew that was what was supposed to be the case. I just wondered if you were throwing us a weird story curveball.
No.
They are different races.
He wouldn't just tell us out of character if it was anyway.
Hmm?
He could be
He
adopted.
wouldn't just tell us out of character.
Yeah, Buddy
if
was
it
he's just a straight up human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's an
No, he's an
Come on.
ASMR.
Oh,
Right,
right,
an
right,
Asmar, yeah.
right.
Asmar. So
Nuts to your Asmar.
Sucks to your
So, Bryn introduces herself and says, well, I guess, are any of you good trackers? I mean, if we work in pairs or something, that might be best.
really trying.
Is survival
Do you-
tracking?
Survival is tracking, yeah.
I think I might
You're
be
better
good
than
at,
me.
Not bad.
Tracking.
You're good at everything.
Yeah.
No? Survival?
Yeah.
Nah, plus 3.
What's it to you?
I just figure we could pair off. I'm not pairing off with the drow, so someone can pair off
Why
with
not?
them.
I am a terrible tracker, which is why I asked for your services.
Well, then, if we work in teams. It's
I'm just saying, I should be on the team of someone who's good at tracking.
All right, well, then you can be with me, Metal Man.
Wonderful.
Oh, I don't like this development.
You could have.
Or could they all be coming back
Both.
to your room?
Or
And then
you
if someone wants to
could-
pair up with Ananse, then you'll give him advantage on his rolls, as his other the other survivalist. No takers.
I will.
Okay.
To go with a Nancy?
I'll go with
Wait,
an
am I
answer.
the other one who's the best? Like, I got plus 3 for survival. I don't know, does anybody have more?
Anyone have better than +3?
+2.
Ricky just said yeah when I asked if Ricky was any good.
Oh, I thought it was in the
Mine
character.
is
Huh?
The character was asking me, I thought.
Oh yes, sure.
Cool.
So to her, he's
Let's
like,
make some
yeah.
rolls with advantage.
Yeah, so I'll give her a roll with advantage. So basically, she just suggests that you each pick a direction that the gate is facing in and start kind of seeing if you can find any tracks or anything like that. She'll take the direction that you're on, like the side that you're on, and start heading with Bestial into the woods. And then Ananse, you can take the other, like if you pass through.
Oh, okay. Presuming, yeah, they could come out of you.
Yeah, they can come out either side.
Doing teams
And
of
I
two?
will stay
Hmm?
here in case anything happens here.
Yeah, if the other three want to stick around and kind of investigate the actual site, he rolled very low on that, so
I can track.
sure. Whoever's got like the best investigation skill can get advantage as you guys are helping out.
I will take
I
a
imagine
look.
it's Pog. Yeah.
I'll take a look.
Wait, do I need to roll survival?
Yes, please.
With advantage?
With advantage,
Yes.
because I'm helping you.
Do I
While
get-
talking your ear off.
Do I get
probably.
advantage?
He helped bring.
Is everyone with me?
Well, you're doing the investigating.
I was gonna survival.
I did survival.
No, you were giving her advantage by helping her.
No, Bestial's helping.
Oh, Bestial's helping her.
Bryn.
I'm so
You three, sorry, Ricky,
Never mind. I'm sorry.
Ricky,
for speaking
Theseus,
constantly.
and Pog are still back. Two groups.
You wanna
Two
track?
pairs, man.
So I
Yeah, if you guys want to track in another
Go out
direction,
on
you
your
can.
own. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
I go out with Wyatt. What's he doing?
You want to go with me?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, all right. No, sure. Yes. You want me to be a bird?
Be what you want.
A bird.
Good choice.
I want to be a redacted like you. And snaps his fingers and turns into a
Yeah,
flamingo bird.
redacted.
Oh, yes, we have hands.
Oh,
And then
gentle, gentle. Remember last time?
Right, right. He drifts the hand towards you. Just a little slap. Survival, survival. I've never had to worry about survival.
I got 16 by the way.
Okay. 16 total. Cool.
Do I do advantage?
I think Wallace should just always use the game terms for things rather than the in-world terms.
20.
Hmm?
20.
A natural 20?
No.
Oh.
18 plus 2.
All right.
I did
The
math.
three groups head off, and I'll give a little time. So, Theseus and Pog, you remain behind the smart ones in the group, obviously, and investigate.
yeah. So I
Did you do
I
investigate?
rolled, yeah, 23.
I'm not the smart one. But
You hunted before, so you're still give a little bit of advice here and there, and your insights and whatnot. And there are very small. You find some tracks that are leaning away. They got worn away pretty quickly as there are kind of loose paths around. And if these creatures, whatever had come through a few days earlier. Most of the tracks of where their destination has been worn away, but there are very small hoof prints like maybe like this big, that you think are probably too small to be a deer, and also they walk. They walk as though they're in sets, like in 2, not 4.
Can I make a roll to know what those would be, so that Theseus can catch up to Caleb? Like
You can attempt to, yeah.
a nature roll? Oh gosh, I'm bad at all of these things.
Oh, nature's the one that I'm good at.
It wouldn't be an Arcana roll, would it? No.
Why?
A nature roll, please.
Yep.
I don't think you know what they. I don't think you actually know what they are, but
Well, it's
they're
fine.
small.
Is it just
Oh, okay.
him or both of us, or
You make a nature check if you like.
That's a 12.
10?
I think you think that they're fawn or something, but they are too small to be that.
Mm.
And what'd you get?
10.
Yeah, same. They're two-legged creatures of some kind, but you are not sure
Okay.
what they are. And then around them are more kind of regular footprints that are very small that follow them a bit. But again, they seem to come out on the side that you're standing. They've come out of the gate, but then they've got into the general traffic that goes around the gate, and the path is like walked. The footprints have been walked over, and now.
Strange question, and it's fine if I don't know, but are they cloven hooved or like round hooved? And I realize that's a strange thing for Theseus, who doesn't know much about these, but I mean, he has cloven hooves, so I feel like,
They're round,
okay,
like a horse.
and
Tiny
not like a
hooves.
goat or cow.
They're tiny horses.
And then it's walking on 10 legs.
Two-legged horses.
It's little Sebastian. So
Aw.
yeah, rest in peace, little Sebastian.
Aw.
Okay, so what were the survivor rolls again?
16.
16, 20, and then I had like a good one. So yeah. So Ricky and Wallace find Wyatt. Well, whatever. Sometimes I call him by his last name too. Wyatt almost falls into a hole, similar to what, similar to the one that was grabbing onto that his leg was stuck in the night before.
You just
Oh, this
always-
seems like it might be a clue.
You just always find holes, aren't you?
I'm gonna do what you did. His neck gets really long and goes down into the hole, but his neck is like 9 feet long.
Ew.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Reel me back in.
Ricky like takes his shoulders and moves them back.
Yeah. He's just like letting his head hang like, on the ground and just like bumping and
Just,
dragging
like,
back.
Pull it back in. What are you doing?
This isn't how you do it.
No, it doesn't like extend. Well, not my neck anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Not interested.
Good to know.
He shrinks the neck down to a more reasonable size. I didn't see anything in there.
More wieldy.
I didn't see anything in there.
Nothing.
No.
Can you see it at night times?
Yes.
Stop.
I can see quite far at night and in the darkness. Anyway,
Nothing?
it's a dead end.
How far did it go?
Well, it went at the 9 feet of my weird neck, and then I couldn't see any farther.
You shoot a fireball.
We need
down
Weasel
there?
Man.
Do you want to shoot a fireball down there? Yeah. Oh, I'm up there.
Uh,
But yeah. It's
um,
like echo.
I suppose I could try.
Yeah. It's underground. It's not.
Look
nothing
away
would
for a
happen.
second.
Why?
Plug your ears.
Are you gonna turn into a demon form?
Plug your ears. Please.
But he keeps looking. So.
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
If what?
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
Because you're covering your ears.
6, but a natural 1.
Oh, okay. And you turn around and you cover your ears?
I don't turn.
Okay. His head snakes down, not like like normal length, it goes down. And then one bird arm goes down. And then about 40 feet away, there's a massive explosion of dirt as the dirt tube explodes all over the
Dirt
place.
pipe.
Dirt pipe, pardon me. How could I get
Dirt
that wrong?
tube is Jasper.
Jasper's the dirt tube, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. R.I.P. Jasper. So as the as he shoots the fireball, it explodes all the dirt everywhere. A couple of trees kind of like fall
Yeah,
half
that was
in.
great.
Done.
Now look at it.
Huh?
Now what's under there? Can you see?
You want me to look at the hole I just made?
Yeah.
It's a lot of dirt. That tree's going to fall. Think that squirrel is homeless now.
They'll figure it out.
Yes, I think we've
No
stopped.
one will miss him.
All we've done is cave in the tunnel, Ricky. I'm not sure this is going to be. I don't think we're very good detectives.
Can I go to the where it exploded and like stomp around and feel if the ground feels hollow over there?
Sure. I can't stop you. Yeah, I guess give me an investigation check.
21.
You showed me. So as you get to the other side of the blast, there's actually hollow. It's not quite, but you do see that the tunnel continued past the blast, and you kind of stomp around, and it seems to open up. It starts to open a little wider, and then you think it might go down, like deeper. So you can't really. Stomping isn't going to detect it.
Stick your weird head in there.
There's no hole anymore. He's caved in the
Oh.
tunnel.
Can you dig?
I am not going to dig.
Why not?
Look at how I'm dressed. This is not.
Can't you make shovel hands or something?
Don't be ridiculous.
But you just made like a 9-foot neck.
Yes. I don't see the connection.
That would be a good band name.
9-foot neck. Yeah. Ah.
Is that really one of our?
He tries to like turn his hands into shovels.
Does it work?
No. I'm not digging. I only trash things. I don't clean them up.
Digging's a form of trashing.
The metal man must be part shovel. If he's half bucket, then he must at least be part shovel as well.
I guess so.
I don't
Fine.
know that logic is very sound.
Well, you have to fill the bucket while you're not here.
Half a
But I'm
bucket is similar to
disappointed.
Shovelhead.
Hmm?
But I am disappointed.
In me? Because I don't have shovel hands?
A little bit.
But I'm a redacted like you.
But no, you're more than that.
Thanks?
I guess.
Are we bonding?
Whatever.
Do I have 2 friends now?
Whatever, let's go back, yeah.
Alright. So the other 2 groups don't really have any luck. You start making your way back to the gate where Ricky and Wyatt show up shortly after.
There's a tube and we blew some stuff up.
Yes, it was very cool, and I'm sorry you all missed it.
Yeah.
Damn it!
What about
Wait.
a 9-foot neck?
Think it'll fit on our jackets?
Might.
So I found a hole that was very similar to the one that tried to steal me away last night, and then I, under Ricky's direction, fired a fireball inside of it.
He's good at finding holes.
Yeah. Now she wants me to dig, and I refused.
Why
Metal
do you-
Man, are you part shovel? We
Doesn't have
have a
shovel
bet.
hands.
Why do you want him to dig?
Hmm?
I thought I was off with the.
Oh, you all came back, rounded
Oh,
back.
okay.
Yeah. Yours searches were fruitless. Well, there's lots of fruit, but no evidence of anything else.
I have used shovels in the past, but I am not one.
Hmm.
Though I enjoy them.
Well, there we go. We
Ricky,
found our digger.
Why do you want him to dig?
Because the hole kind of.
Like the bird
You're
said.
going to need to use some words.
She seems to think that the cavern continues on past where I blew it up.
A cavern.
Yes.
Well, that's
A dirt tube. Tunnel.
Sure.
Dirt pipe.
sure, but like widening out.
It's more like a dirt balloon.
Disgusting, but also helpful. I would suppose.
You're
that
welcome.
Given that we are in a forest and there are people, probably some of the forest people have shovels to do things like dig latrines. Let's ask if somebody has a shovel we can borrow.
And clean first.
What?
I think you poop in the latrine after it's been dug.
Sometimes you have to go. I've heard. I don't actually understand how
And
it
you
works.
dig and poop at the same time?
If it's an emergency, yes.
Wow.
You can always shoot a firebolt to the shovel.
I take it back. Mortals are fascinating.
I've been in a lot of war zones.
I'm
Right.
gonna go
People get
find some
dysentery.
people.
But you.
Yeah, you get a couple of shovels.
That's what's happening in the war zone.
Yes.
Is people are crapping on the shovels.
We're just
as
gonna-
people are doing it. It's such hectic.
I'm just gonna like
people are crapping.
walk.
on the
I'm gonna walk back with an armload of shovels and just like shove them at you guys. Like, you take one, you you take one.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
take
you.
one
You got shovels? Where?
by asking people for shovels because they would have them.
Still no shovel hands. Disappointed.
All right, Ricky, where are we digging?
I take 2 shovels and I like put the things
In your
in
sleeves?
my sleeves and I'm like shovel
Ah,
hands.
Dinga!
Nonsei does not dig with a shovel.
Clap. Clap
He
the
leans against. He like kind of leans himself.
You don't look like you would be good at shoveling anyway.
No, we have we come from a finer life, right, Ananse?
So Ricky, where was this dirt balloon?
That way.
Right, I said that. Okay.
We're off to see the spot.
Yeah, you
where
make it
we
to the spot where
go.
you find the hole, and then you see the new cave-in that it's a 20-foot radius cave-in of smoking rock and dust and dirt. Pardon me.
The simple, repetitive pleasure of digging.
Hey, do you bend over when you dig?
I don't. Presumably so. What?
For no reason at all. Nico would like to know.
Well, watch and you'll see.
So we're digging like here.
On the other side of the explosion.
Great, let's do that.
In this direction.
Yeah. All right.
I take a minute to see if Bastille bends over when he digs.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, his wing nuts aren't hanging out or anything, but
Do you have an ass? Like,
I don't know. I haven't.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Do you have an ass? I
Do
don't know.
have
I
an ass?
haven't.
I haven't checked.
you've got legs, which
Got
attach to
legs.
hips of some kind.
Yeah. But would it be a butt?
It's ass
It looks
enough
like
for
fly.
Nika,
I mean-
apparently.
I mean, Warforged are kind of sculpted humanoid style.
Yeah.
Would they have? I mean,
They
you
sculpt
don't
the
put.
booty.
Well, and they have organic, like I imagine, like if you're growing like a wood core, it would probably naturally have something that vaguely resembled butt cheeks.
Someone tweet
I
Earl
imagine-
Crawford. and let's
I
see
imagine,
what
I imagine your butt looks a little bit like Bender's butt. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
yeah.
like
So-
legs
so-
attached to a
Something to
tube
add
and
to the
then, like-
Eberron guide, guys, is Warforged. They got asses.
They get it.
Yeah. There could be a whole section about
I'm
whether or not the
pleased
different
to
races
bring
of
everyone
Eberron have
this
asses.
conversation.
So
Sure.
you in the chat, if you wanna tweet Gazette Wizards and
Yeah.
find out for us, you can do
It's
that.
all culminated to this one moment. The
Do
Warforged and their
Warforged
butts.
have ass?
Yeah. Do they got ass?
That
Um,
booty, though.
Yeah. So there is a.
Please actually hang
Nika, I'm answering your question. I'm making the call for our particular game.
You gonna decide
About whether-
right now if they have asses or not?
Well, in my version of the universe, the multiverse, pardon me, yes. They have 2 curves of wood
Yes. Victory
that
for
are
all
kind of
Warforged.
like this.
Excellent.
Polished.
To a fine sheen.
To be fair, I did not ask the question of if he had an ass.
Okay, sorry, that's fair. He bends over and you see something resembling a butt.
Well, I guess actually you're the one who asked.
Is that right?
Actually, no.
Oh.
Ed asked.
I specifically asked.
Ah,
yeah.
my bad.
Anyway,
Warforged have ass.
so, yeah, he bends over and there is some, like, decent looking, although handcrafted musculature to look at.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I enjoy that for 30 seconds and then I do the task at hand.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Specifically.
Right. Oh my god. It's so nice that we can tell important stories on this show.
Yeah.
So, the hole takes a long time to dig, maybe 2 or 3 hours.
Maybe we shouldn't have thrown a fireball in the dirt too.
There were simpler ways to do things, but fireballs is fireballs. That's the way you do things now.
It was real
And
He said he wanted to, set something on fire. So you gave
True.
him that opportunity.
No regrets.
Wyatt is standing with Ananse. Both of them are leaning on shovels
In the
and not
time
using
that
them.
they've been digging, I have gone back to the wagon to grab some wine. And me and him are just standing there drinking wine.
Yeah.
I'll probably at some point have growled something about like, make yourselves useful and make some food.
I don't eat.
It wasn't
eating
for
veggies.
you.
I mean, I don't know how to make food because I don't normally need to eat. I eat because I want to, even though everything tastes gross. What I'm saying is I'm not going to be any use to answer the cowman's request. So, chop chop,
Stir, stir.
presumably. Boil, boil, serve, serve. I don't know.
The line you're looking for after that is toil and trouble.
I'll provide the flame.
Okay.
Where do you want your fire to prepare the food?
Oh, I don't know. You.
There. And a patch of 20 feet across flame starts.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will conjure animals, and I'll conjure 8 giant wolf spiders,
Okay.
and I will do my
They start gathering. They start hunting and gathering.
yeah.
Do a survival roll for them.
I was
with,
imagining spider kebabs being served. I'm
What an
like,
awful
no.
thing to do.
No.
Summon creatures from somewhere and then just start
Eat
eating
them.
them. You're like,
Can you do? Is that?
no.
I'm just saying, don't conjure animals like when they die. Like just.
They're technically like fey.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they're not.
Okay.
So yeah,
Face
keep them alive
spirits.
while you eat them.
Oh, man.
But then you won't get the nutrition. 'cause
13.
It will also disappear.
Yeah, they come back with various kind of squirrels and rats and mice and start just piling them up.
Okay.
And then Wallace nudges one into the fire.
I will.
Cooking.
I'll just take like sharpened sticks and impale them like
Sure.
through the mouth, out the anus, and then suspend them over. Like, you know what I mean?
Thank you for using
Yeah, I know what you mean, Ed.
Like kind of like
I really
hot
know
dogs
what
on
you
a
mean.
stick. Hot dogs on a stick, but they're like different small
Yes,
rodents.
but yes, and you said anus. Yeah.
You had me.
Well, that's what makes them hot
A lot
dogs.
of butt talk in this episode.
So, you
Trying to change things up.
yeah,
I just focus on dicks all the time.
maybe
True.
that's fair
There's
enough.
other things.
But buttholes are a thing too. So as you finish digging, you actually start to come. You make a hole, maybe about 10 foot across, that you actually can see down into a cavern. You see a bit of a slope just at the edge of the explosion, where obviously something is burrowed in, and the tunnel that burrowed in is recently formed. The cavern that's maybe 5 feet under the surface of the earth, or whatever this area is called, the ground. That cavern's been there a while. Like, it's a naturally formed thing. This is barely like a corridor width kind of space that opens up into a seems to be a continue for some time down. But
I
you
suspect we've uncovered half of what this game is called.
a dragon. So yeah, but you also start smelling. You also start smelling like cooked meats, and you turn and Nansei is blowing the fire out on a squirrel that he's cooking over a large open flame.
So far, you have cooked the most meals out of all of us.
You had other people cook for you when you were young, didn't you?
Wallace is standing in the flame,
Yeah.
and he has 2 things on the sticks, and he just says, "Cooking!" His clothing and his whole body is just completely unfazed by the flame.
He's
Who-
got the gist of it.
Who wants lunch?
Me.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm
Okay.
the only one.
He walks out of the flame. Little flames kind of like put themselves out on him, and he brings over meat on a stick, hands it out. We cooked. The 2 fancy fellas. We cooked. You're welcome.
Thanks.
It's gross. It's all pretty gross. The hair's still on a lot of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're not prepped. It's just like imagine if you took a rat and just stuck it in a fire
Okay.
for like
No,
Yeah, I
you
suppose
can't.
a
I
minute
will
or two, and then,
grab
I
my
don't know,
dagger and
5
like try and
minutes.
skin the cooked
Hey,
animal.
it's not so bad.
You can floss while
Be
you
grateful
eat.
you do not eat, Metal Man.
I often am.
Ricky's eating worse.
Can you smell things?
I assume to a limited extent, probably.
Smells like death.
Smell servos.
Flaming death.
Smells like war.
Yeah.
A battle has been
Smells
lost
like
here.
shit on a shovel.
Or never changes.
Back to your Vietnam flashback. It's like black and white shovels. Poop on
Yeah,
it.
so you all have your lunchtime, and now what do you want to do? The flame slowly peters out.
Well, friends, I suggest we investigate the large hole in the ground.
Hop in.
Okay.
Do we fit?
Yeah.
You said it was a hallway.
Well, yeah. It's about 8-9 feet
We're
wide.
very large. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm a
You have to
little-
kind of duck when you first go down into
I
the
need a
hole.
sizable hole.
But then as you start to go down, it starts to seem to get a little wider. You're still the tallest amongst you. Your head is right up against the top. You kind of have to tilt a little bit.
Are we all going in?
I don't know.
Apparently.
I am going in first.
I'm not.
Do we have a light source?
King.
There
My
you go.
shield.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Ricky, you're hanging back.
Is everyone going in?
I was planning to.
I will.
We got nothing better to do, right?
You're going in?
I'm gonna go at the back. Like, I'll wait till.
I like picturing Anansi on his phone too.
Yeah.
Go in the back.
I'm doing like I'm not dicking around. I'm looking at D&D Beyond. I'm like looking at if I'm looking at my phone to figure out what spell I'm gonna use.
I
Says
know, but it's
Anansi.
very fitting for Anansi.
I mean, I suspect that the creatures we are
Pocket
attempting
boy?
to find are in here.
I'll follow you guys in, yes.
All right.
Okay. You start making your way down
Guess we'll all go
into
in
the
hole.
tunnel.
We can stand outside if you want.
Nah.
It's never exciting.
Who's
though.
at the front? So you
I
said you're
can't
at the
see
front.
much, so.
Where are you, Pog? In the
It's alright. You
in
hold
the very
on to
back
me. I can see for both.
with Nancy, I guess. And then where are you?
Okay,
Steel?
I guess
Right.
presumably because if he's got a light at the front, I'll cast dancing lights to kind of make like a hanging torchlight at the back as well, so that way we've got light at both ends.
Is
Sure.
the tunnel wide enough for the two of us to stand together?
After you have to walk in a straight, like in a
Single file.
single file for a little while, and then it widens just enough for you to walk shoulder to shoulder.
Okay, so once it widens, I'll go up at the front of him.
Okay. Ricky and Nika, are you hanging back?
But we're going in.
Okay.
But I guess at the end.
Well, Ananse and Pog wanted to be at the back, so if you want to wait, if you want to go in first, and then
Okay.
eventually you can walk 2 by 2, and then Pog and Ananse walk 2 by 2 as well.
Alright.
And yeah, eventually you're the cavern starts to go. The cavern pathway starts to go down a little further. You find yourself having to brace against the wall a little bit to keep from sliding, and then it starts to open up into a large cavern that has an underground lake. You sense maybe that you've gone down a couple hundred feet,
Whoa.
and the light lets you see a little bit into the water, and there are these patches of rock that have come above the surface of the lake, which provide little potential places to stand, but the closest one is about 40 feet away.
So like the cavern is mostly lake, is what you're saying? There isn't like.
Yeah, you walk down and you actually come up to what would be the side of the lake, like the lake side.
My hooves are getting wet.
Hmm?
My hooves are getting wet.
There's like a edge to it.
Okay.
You're not standing in it. It's an immediate kind of drop off into the water. And this platform that you're standing on is maybe 30 feet across, so there's enough room to move around. But lake, and then 40, 50 feet away from you is another one of these platforms, and then just darkness beyond. You can't see the other side or the edges around.
I mean, because light doesn't even go that far.
Unless it's a fireball.
No, I meant light, like the spell that I have cast on my shield. I can see.
So we have to
I can
go
move
I
in the
can move
water to get to the next
my dancing
platform.
light.
You'd have to
That-
swim to it or find
Yeah,
another way.
120 feet range.
I can get everyone to do
Yeah.
perception checks, and also I'll turn up the bird noises.
Because I can do
Turn
like
on the mole
I can do like a
noises.
small torch every
Moles everywhere.
30.
Sure.
I could do
Don't
like
perceive.
a 30. I could do like 30 feet,
Do you have
60
a javelin?
Yeah.
Well, just poke and see if we can tell how deep the water is.
Sure. Everyone's rolling perception checks, right?
Sure
Right.
got a 4.
A 4?
17.
Whoa.
16.
16!
16.
17.
Trippy traps!
72.
Sorry, 17?
Correct.
We all got 16.
16.
But I can't
Everyone
see
got-
where you're pointing.
I'm pointing
I know,
at you.
It's weird.
16? You all got 16s?
Yeah.
And what did Nancy get?
17.
Okay, wow.
Gotta out
2 17s, 3 16s, and a 4.
Right, okay.
4.
What does
Um,
it mean?
4.
Uh, Castile, as the first person requested to take a look, you go and lean over the edge and look down, and you can't see the bottom.
All right. Can I,
With the water?
as we discussed, I'm going to put a javelin into the water to see if I can
Touch bottom?
touch bottom.
No.
Hmm.
You hold like the tip of the javelin and lower it in, and you get up to about here on your arm before you feel uncomfortable about doing this. And no bottom.
The dancing lights, like
think
those
that's
aren't
the
like
bottom.
actual flame. They're magical.
Yeah, they're little glowing.
Yeah.
They're like little glowing lantern lights.
Can I try sending one of them down?
Sure. You can form them into one big one.
Yeah, I had them formed into one big one. I'm gonna separate them into 4
Okay.
small ones now. And I want to send one of the small ones down.
Okay.
Yeah,
How far can you send it down?
120 feet.
All right. A little
Well,
handful.
actually, it all needs to be one big one. Sorry, I can't do the small
Okay.
ones. Can't go away from each other.
A medium, like a melon-sized light, starts to go drift down into the water.
Watermelon or honeydew?
Carry on.
It's honeydew, obviously, and then it starts to descend down, and its brightness is such that you can easily see it. But then there's movement near it, and it disappears as though something moves over top of it.
Oh.
There are living things in the water.
Does it reappear, or is it that something has swallowed it?
How deep?
It gets to about 100 feet.
Is it 100 feet?
I guess it's kind of not really there. So as the thing passes over it or around it, it suddenly fades back into view as it passes by. And the light, you can see around the light, even at this distance, you can see blind cave fish kind of swimming around it and trying to nip at it. The rest of you, you're listening and you hear a lot of water obviously dripping. But you also hear kind of like quiet laughter, like just echoing from further in. Something like giggling at you.
I would just like to say hello to the camera. See if
Yeah,
anyone answers me.
it does. It echoes around, and
Hello.
there's a pause in the laughter, and then there's this hi. It drifts along.
Do you mind that we're here?
Oh, I couldn't stop you from being down here.
Has anyone else been down here recently?
Oh, I stumbled on this place.
When did you stumble on this place?
Oh, I rolled in from the Beastlands, and now I'm here.
Also, who are you and where are you?
What's so funny?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta fucking step. I tried to negotiate these things. It's literally my job.
Shoot a fireball out.
I don't remember my name. She ate it out of me.
That's hot.
No, it's
That's
better
not
this
hot.
way. It's
Was-
better.
Was she a spider?
Oh, I don't know. It felt like a crawling kind of thing, but I'm better for it now.
Why
I was
don't you
too silly before, but now I have got some purpose.
Why don't you come out? Come
Oh,
out.
I
and,
like
and
it over
meet
here
us.
in the dark. This is where Mother whispers to me the most.
Can we? Do I recognize this voice?
You can make a insight check.
I'm just wondering if it's the same person that approached us when we were at the bar with the that is a 11.
Best you can tell, is a different.
Okay.
He sounds mad in the same way, but it doesn't seem like the same person.
It sounds like a male voice, whatever that means. You said he, so.
Yeah, it's a high pitched kind of sounding voice. It doesn't really have a gendered thing going on.
How far away is that other platform? Like
It's about 50 feet,
About
40, 50 feet.
Does it sound like the voice is coming?
You can't tell where it's coming from. It's
Giant
echoing,
cavern.
echoing around the cavern.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire directed on that platform.
Okay.
So.
What does it do? I know it makes things visible.
You gotta make a dexterity save. Anything on there has to make a dexterity save against 14.
Against 14?
Yes.
Okay, sure. You fire fairy fire at that platform. It lights up in kind of glowy, sparkly kind of magic, and there doesn't seem to be any humanoid forms on it. It does provide a little bit of extra light that extends into the cavern a bit, and you can see a little past there another platform, but you can't judge the distance from where you are.
I would like to ask the voice, does anything live in the water?
I haven't been for a swim. I assume creatures where we are close to the portal to the Beastlands. I'm sure there might be something moving around down there. You can go meet it.
I would like to put my toe in the water.
So you take your shoe and your sock off?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Wait. You're wearing socks?
Yes.
Fantasy socks.
This is a very civilized half work. So yeah, you
Yeah.
put your toe in and it's cold. It's very cold, but
Nothing? Nothing like bites my toe off?
nope, a shark doesn't come and eat you. Right? I think they live deeper down.
I would like to strip down to what I would swim in, underwear, I guess. Put all of the rest of my stuff in my little pocket to
Mhm.
protect it, and I would like to swim to the platform.
Okay. Give me an athletics roll.
I wish we had a boat.
16.
Yeah. You're buff. You get there without much of a problem.
Okay. I
Now
get
you're
up
on
to the
the-
platform and I just wave back at everybody. Seems fine.
Swimming. Voice echoing around. The closer you get, the more closer you can be to Mother.
Are there walls? Obviously, there's walls. How are those?
The
Why are you looking at me?
dancing,
I know what's
the
going
dancing
on.
lights are still
Oh,
going.
now that I'm there, can I see any further? I have dark
Give me a
vision.
perception roll.
You spider, you must know
all about
spiders.
You all
hang
out, right?
Ananse, is dancing light still going?
Oh, it might. Hold on a second.
I feel like it lasts a little while.
Well, it's a concentration, and so is Fairy Fire, but I could have. It's also a cantrip, so presumably after I cast Fairy Fire, I'd be casting Dancing Light.
So the walls of the cavern, like you're on a platform at the base of this tunnel that you came down, and the walls of the platform go around, or the cavern, pardon me, go around quite a distance until they're out of your view. Your full dark vision distance basically around. If this cavern is as big as you think, it could be 400, 500 feet across at its widest point. What'd you get on your perception check?
10.
You feel like you can pinpoint where the voice is coming from, but you've got it rounded down to like somewhere. If you're facing, if forward for you is north, it's sort of like northwest.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is a platform about 80 feet ahead.
I really wish we had a boat.
I really would rather not have to swim through this
Maybe like light
stagnant
it up
cave
over
water.
there.
Maybe there's a boat around here. I'll swim and look. I'm gonna get in and swim
Oh
around.
no!
Are,
Make a.
I have a lot of wood going on. That's buoyant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Make an athletics check.
Yeah.
At disadvantage, though, you are armored.
Is he natural? Is it natural armor, or is
it's
it?
still.
Yeah,
Well,
because
he's
for all
like he's
purposes,
I
wearing.
thought that was just disadvantage on stealth.
You think you can swim? People can swim in armor?
I mean, all I'm saying is
Well,
I took my
I'm a
clothes off
magic
to make sure my
robot,
swimming
not a
went
person.
easier.
All right. Athletics check, please. Your buoyancy will keep you.
I got a 16.
Who
Yep.
swims in their
You
clothes?
start heading towards where?
Just one of the other platforms.
But he doesn't
Okay.
wear clothes.
Past where Nika is?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't want
Show
to be
off.
don't want to be alone on a platform with Nika, huh?
No, I'm looking
Okay.
for a boat.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right. He's not looking for platform. He's
Nico
looking
would
for a
never
boat.
violate someone's boundaries.
Now is not the time, right? So you want to swim past and maybe go to the next closest one?
Yep.
Sure.
I'm gonna.
You pull your way up. You don't see any boats.
I was gonna say.
Boatless.
I don't know if he can see, but I'm gonna kind of put my dancing lights like in a line, leading the forward, like in a line, kind of stretched out, kind of like in
All right.
between.
I'll let everyone give me perception checks.
Cannot roll
Oh
tonight.
Jesus!
New
17.
die.
17?
Yeah.
5.
The furthest I could put it is like
6 with a natural
80
1.
feet.
Nice.
Second natural one.
Amazing.
8.
Bastille, you notice
You rolled a natural
as the
one,
dancing
still
lights spread
higher
across
die.
this cavern, and it's at least 600
That's
feet
pretty
to
good.
the other exit. There is, just out inside the light of one of the dancing lights, a creature moves aside on a platform that's maybe about 120 feet away from you. You see something small shift out of view.
Contact.
So just a quick question. You're saying swimming in heavy armor gives us a disadvantage?
By the rules, apparently, no.
I mean, I'll take it. I just want to know what I'm getting myself into.
I would say, yeah, it isn't fair to have a creature made out of metal not be able to swim because it's not their nature. It's not, you know.
Well,
But I would say,
also
what armor are you wearing?
Splint. I'm in heavy armor.
Yeah, I would say it would be an athletics check at disadvantage.
Do you want me to roll again?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You have some wood to you.
You also rolled.
Boats are made out of wood and metal, and they float. So
Oh my god, it's true.
You're
Whoa.
basically a sentient boat.
You just need to like.
the boat was in you all
You know what I
along.
mean? You
Expand,
just need to like
yeah.
make yourself like in like a. You know
Boat
what I mean?
shape.
Like.
Although
Just do some yoga. Boat
you are a
pose.
sailor,
Boat pose.
so I would, your background kind of indicates that you'd at least be able to swim a short distance and not drown in your
Sure.
armor.
I
So
mean, probably I would just be smart enough not to wear heavy armor when on a boat.
Again.
There's that
I
too.
literally took my clothes off for a reason.
Yeah.
Not just.
All
be
right.
naked.
I'm gonna. Who's still here? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna grab my rope and like tie it around myself. Toss the other end to a Nazi. Be like, hold this just in case anything goes wrong. And
I'm gonna
Do you-
hold it in my hand, but not actually grip around the rope. And I'm like,
It's
fine.
like,
Just like this?
I'm not
loose in my hand.
paying
like,
attention
what
to
do you
him.
What do you want me to do?
and then I'm gonna.
Wallace comes over and grabs the rope from you. He's like, he's going to drown, man. You have to hold on to this.
and then
We're
I'm
gonna have to pull him out in about 30 seconds.
Then
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
sink to the bottom.
gonna jump in and go swimming. Were you saying I did have disadvantage? or
I
not?
will let you do it with just a regular roll
Okay.
because of your sailor background.
Sure.
'Cause you're a seaman.
16.
Yeah. Are you heading? The rope's only at 50 feet, so are you heading for the same
Yeah.
island that Nika's on?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you make it there without a problem. A little bit of huffing and puffing by you get to the other side because you were hauling a lot of extra weight, but
Welcome to this platform.
Thank you. I would take the armor off, but I suspect something is going to try and kill us.
That's fair. I think it's over there.
It is.
Wallace, you want to let go of the rope?
I, at this point in
All
time,
right.
will actually also swim to Bastille. I'm uncomfortable with the party getting spread too thin, but
Can spiders swim?
can you be any kind of
not
spider?
not well. No.
There's dock spiders
Yeah.
that float.
Yeah, if you were a dock spider, you could just run
that a
above the
thing?
water. Yeah.
Like the
I'll allow you to have a slightly more water-resistant spider form that you can flip
The
into.
tiny spider.
Duck spider.
You could be really small, yeah. A small spider I would allow to walk across the surface for sure. If dock
Awesome.
spiders can walk along water, then you can be a giant dock spider.
they're big and nasty.
What? So I can be my normal
Are
spider.
you in the
form?
same room as me, Ed?
Yeah, I know. I don't understand. Am
I feel like whenever I'm talking
Am
to you,
I
I'm like
big?
shouting down a tunnel, and then it gets to you like 10
Am
minutes later.
am I big or small?
You can be a giant spider that can walk a little bit on the water, as long as you're moving fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that under consideration.
Okay? Okay, good.
Wait, has everybody already gone across?
No.
No, you haven't.
Oh, I'm still here.
Bastille has swam to
Okay,
a
yeah, that's three
an
or so
island that's
left, yeah.
about 60 feet
And I
in a slightly different direction. You're about 50 feet away.
I
with-
just went to Bastille's platform.
Oh, you went to Bastille's
Yeah,
platform.
yeah.
Okay. That's fine. You swim there. You're in your underwear. So now Theseus is on an island by himself, and
Says
then
that like it's ridiculous.
Nika No, I just mean you're not weighed down by anything, so you're swimming
That
fine.
was-
There's no
point.
reason for it to be hard.
Yes.
You don't need to roll.
Everyone else is still back with Wallace, who is
Right.
floating a little bit above the ground right now.
Oh, he's
Can you
hovering?
I'm gonna look at him. Can you? Is there any way
No.
you can carry me?
And he starts drifting off.
I'm really light.
He starts drifting off and joins Theseus.
Are you afraid to swim? I can come back for you.
I'm gonna just like
No,
pass
I
the rope to
can
him.
do it.
Like, do you want to do this again?
Sure.
I'm gonna go catch up to them.
I send it to you in a message though. I don't yell it to
Oh,
embarrass
cute.
you. It's a message. Ricky, do you need help?
No, I got this.
I can come back for you.
I can do it. It's fine.
Remember that swimming lesson we had?
Yeah.
Should I roll
I
again?
remember.
No, it's fine. You
Alright,
make it
I'm
to
gonna
the same
turn-
island
I'll
as
turn
Bastille and
into
Nika
into a spider.
and start going.
Yes. I'll wait a minute to see if any of my friends want to like try to. I don't know.
It's your
Can I
ride.
ride
Mount
you?
me is the, I didn't want to have to. That's the first word. I didn't want to-
What are you offering?
There's room enough on the large spider for 2 people to sit.
Hog.
Without it sinking?
What?
Hop on old
Come
You'll have to
Pat
move-
knee.
You'll have to move at quite a speed in order to make sure it
Oh,
doesn't
if that's
sink.
the way to over, yeah.
8 legs is 4 laps.
Yeah.
Okay, I hop on the spider.
All right. Ananse, you start bolting across the surface of the water towards where the other 3 are waiting.
Yes.
And
Do I need to make a roll?
no, you're fine. As long as you move fast, you can get there. There is the voice is still giggling all through this whole time and says, "Oh, you ride on a creature made in her image."
You're creepy, dude.
Well, sorry if I'm not putting you at ease. It's so hard to concentrate on anything. But I see one of you has already got her crawling around in your mind too. She showed me.
Sorry, who?
Mother.
No, that wasn't the who I meant.
Oh, I think that I'll give them a chance to let you know.
Them.
Can we see the shadowy figure?
Give me a perception check. The dancing lights, are they moving around at all? Oh, I guess you're in spider form, so they will be shut off.
Yes.
Because I kept thinking,
19.
like, how am I?
Yeah, as the lights go out, as he transformed, you were kind of keeping an eye out, and you saw something silently move into the water and swim out of the light a little bit. Just a shape. Small. About this big. To the table, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Dog
Very
shape.
small.
Dog size.
Hmm?
Dog size.
You're hoping it's a dog?
I was gonna say, I feel like dogs are so many different sizes.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this big.
Dog.
Between small
So we
cat
do
and
see the
large
shadow
cat.
or no?
Theseus caught a view of it, yeah.
Any easy ways of just...
Oh, we keep going across. I've got a spider now.
Oh yeah, can we keep going?
Sure.
Is
You're
there...
trying to head in the direction of it?
Yeah. Like, I think it's over that way.
Yeah, it takes you about 20 minutes. You get to the island that they were on, and there are some wet kind of hoof prints similar to the ones that you found
Oh.
that are left in the rock on the rock, and yeah.
Does anybody know what these are?
Can I look?
You can look. You want to make a nature roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
My sweet -1 modifier.
So we're doing second?
Yeah.
9.
I think we're still at another island.
It's a tiny
You're kind of
two-legged
on the
horse.
other side of the thing, and they look like horse hoofs, but they're very small,
It's a tiny
and
two-legged horse.
And we haven't caught up to any dude, like the little whatever.
it's since left that island that you were saw it on.
Do you think it's avoiding us?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I have a thought. Whatever it is probably in the water. It seems like it swam away, right?
Are you gonna shock the water?
I was thinking about it.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Lightning sorcerer move.
What? I'm sorry. Why are we trying to hurt this thing?
Because it's creepy as hell.
Well, that's not a good reason.
Yes, it is. As it has not engaged us in combat yet, I also advise not attacking it.
It's talking about like that big death spider that's like eating the world.
Yes, but so are we.
We're eating the world?
No, I mean, we're talking about it.
I think we're
Right
only
now,
talking
yeah.
about it because that thing is talking about it, but
Well, right now.
right.
Now.
Right now.
Yes.
Right.
The voice from across the cavern says, tell them how nice it is to have Mother's voice in your ear.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tell us.
Why don't we go find this? I don't know what it is. Let's go look.
It keeps moving out of sight.
You!
We're down here for a reason.
It's
You got-
faster than us.
You got the creepy spider mom in your head?
I don't.
You don't normally want to go looking for things.
No, I don't. I don't.
Do
wanna
I think-
shock a dead thing?
Do I think
For,
that Pog
whatever.
is being shady?
You can make an insight check.
Alright.
All I've said is let's not kill a random thing.
You know what
Which
you said?
usually are
You said
right.
let's
Which is
go
also
towards it
pretty
was
on board
actually
with how
what
I've
you
been
said.
for-
You were like,
Yeah,
let's
that's
go
on
find
brand.
it.
Well, I want to get a
No,
cop.
I definitely do not.
What'd you get?
5.
Yeah, Pog just seems to be not interested in any loss of life.
I am immediately no longer hostile towards you.
I'm gonna lean over to Nika and be like, oh no, actually sorry, no, that would not be a thing. That's not a connection that Thesis would make. Never mind. I'm not gonna say a thing.
Alright, nice little conversation with yourself. then.
Yep.
Alright, so wait, can
This
we
is
tell-
quality television.
Is the voice back to being like indistinguishable what direction they're in?
It's obvious that you are like tailing behind it as you swim from island to island.
It can swim quickly. We swim slowly.
But we're
Is there any
down
hint
here
of
to
purple
try and
anywhere?
find out what was
Is there any hint
attacking
of purple anywhere?
Give me a perception check.
the crops, right?
Correct.
That was our goal.
Yes.
And to stop it.
And to stop it, and we found a cave. We're down here. Why don't we explore this cave? Ask this thing if we can help it somehow.
I would like to ask it questions, but it keeps.
There are, on an island presumably not too far away from you, there are 3 eyes, glowing purple that blink out.
Sorry, 3 eyes, not
Sorry, 3
pairs.
sets of eyes.
Okay, I'm like, those are very different
Yeah,
things.
do you see that?
That's creepy as fuck, yo. I would like to try to convince the one we've been chasing to come to us.
Okay. What do you say?
Come to us.
I say, God, I really wish I was more charming in real life because then this would be easier. I say, you should come and tell us more about Mother. We'd love to learn.
You want Mother too? You want me to tell you about Mother?
Yeah,
who's your
but come
mom?
come closer so we can talk about it.
Who's your mom?
You want to become one of her children?
I'm very interested.
Roll a persuasion roll.
Can I make a spider sound to like sound to like make it more like convincing that we're like pro spider?
A little.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah, a pro spider sound. A positive spider sound. Yeah, roll with advantage.
Spider
You know what I
sound.
mean? He's like, you want to hear about
sound.
mother
Yeah.
stuff, then he hears a
Encouraging
spider, maybe.
spider
Yeah.
sound.
Natural 20!
That's
So
not the die you
you
were
are
gonna roll,
on a
that's 'cause you
larger.
got
You're
the-
all on a larger island, and Wyatt is like hovering just behind you above the water, and there's movement, and as it gets closer, it's very awkward, and it's surprising to you that it wasn't making more noise as it was going around, because this creature that crawls out has hoofed feet. It's hunched very low. It's got a long, kind of now wet, scraggly beard and almost dreadlocked hair, and it like pulls itself up onto the side of the island and says,
What is its like top half like? You said it has.
It's sort of it's like a human
Okay.
man, but I guess kind of gnomish, would be the best.
Okay.
It has like a longish, bigger nose. If it was dry and didn't have glowing purple eyes, it might actually be kind of a whimsical looking creature.
Like
But
sort of satiric, like a satyr.
it's a little
Ish.
satyry, but very, very small. And it crawls up onto, it crawls up and it's hunched in like an uncomfortable kind of way. But it has like this crooked smile on its face. So, you want to spend time with Mother. She's looking for more children.
Tell me, how did you find Mother?
Oh, Mother finds you, she crawls into your mind.
I would like to hold an action so that if he attacks, I will.
Electrocute him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
Say no more.
That one.
I think she came to me when I passed through the gate.
Interesting. Where did you come from?
Oh, the Beastlands. I was just visiting some animal friends of mine. But they're nothing to me now. Only Mother matters.
What are you laughing at? There's nothing down here.
Oh, she tickles my mind.
What does she have you do?
Weird.
She just wants me to wander and cause havoc and give her other minds to take over.
Wander where?
When I found the woad, I thought this would be a very powerful gift, very powerful child for my spider brother.
I would like to attempt to grapple this creature.
Ooh,
All right.
don't touch it.
Slimy,
You're naked
slimy
too.
I am not. I
In
would
your
like to say
underwear.
that I would have got no, because we might still be swimming.
Make an athletics check, please.
25.
What?
Because it's the cause of the problem.
It starts to move, not with speed so much as it just looks like it's about ready to intercept you as you get close, but you wrap your arms around it. Or how you want to grapple it? Just like grab onto its arms or something?
Yeah, just kind of like
Like
I'm
this?
pretty large and it's really tiny,
Yeah.
so I feel like I have big hands. You know.
You manage to grab onto it and it's struggling in your hands, and you can tell how strong it is, and you don't think like
Somebody get some rope.
it's unnaturally strong.
I
Rope!
probably have
Can
rope. I get rope out of my backpack.
Go nuts.
Pog?
Can I use message?
Yeah.
On this?
Yeah.
And say, don't struggle, they're here to help.
Okay, make a persuasion roll.
I just want to
got
keep
rope?
an
Yeah,
eye
I got
out
it.
for those other eyes to see like if they're
Perception roll.
like you know what I mean.
15.
Okay. Did anyone get you rope?
Yeah, we're tying it up right now.
Okay.
Ricky and I.
I'll need both of you. Whoever's the most strong between you, I need an athletics check with advantage since you're both
Probably
working
you.
towards it.
Yeah.
My athletics was -1.
Oh,
22.
Okay.
geez, I barely rolled.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get it bound up enough to have it. Are you tying up its legs and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rope is just like wrapped right around it, and it's struggling and just looking at you and laughing. This is the type of hug that Mother gives.
Well, you must
She
be very
hugs
happy.
tighter though.
You want tighter?
You'll never do it like Mother does it.
That's the creepiest thing that's ever been said in this game.
Nobody does it better.
Where is Mother?
Oh, she is everywhere. She visits from between places.
But she's not here right now.
No, not yet.
But soon?
Where can she be found now?
You know when you pass through a doorway
Yes?
and there's some part of the doorway that isn't outside but it isn't inside either?
In the door frame, yes.
That's where she is,
She's in a
waiting.
door
The sort of grand metaphysical doorframe.
So what did you do to the woad?
Expected an earthquake.
She can't come through yet, but she can poke holes.
She poked holes in a woad.
She poked a hole.
Those
The
friggin'
portal.
spiders
She poked a hole
that
just
were
big enough to
coming in.
give the woad
Remember
a
the big
hint
spiders that we
as
fought?
to as what to do. I think she did that to me too. That's why I can't remember my name, but I don't care anymore.
Got me ID. Search 'em.
Did she like do something weird with some scarecrows? Did you do something weird to some scarecrows?
I saw
You're a little
lots of
pervy,
flames. I
so-
tried to take the new woad, but he was stronger than I expected. It's fine. I'll get him someday.
Does it have clothes on, this thing?
It's sort of just wrapped in its own beard.
Ew. Ugh.
It's my dream.
Alright.
It's nasty, like
Out of
red
character.
lock
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah.
Can Warforged grow beards?
So much money on
Yeah.
We'll
clothes.
talk about it later.
They could probably have beard sculpted.
Should we take this thing back to Sheila?
Yeah.
I think that might make her happy.
Yeah.
So the creature flops around a little bit on the ground as you were conversing, and then looks over at Pog.
That's what I thought.
Come on, we're brothers now. Tell them.
I don't understand.
I know that she spoke to you. Show them. Tell them. You heard her voice.
Why?
You heard the most beautiful voice.
I don't understand why you were. You said causing havoc. What havoc did she want you to cause?
She just told me to get closer to people. I'm strong. I'm hard to get out of the way. She just wanted to get close enough so she could poke holes in their minds too.
Did she tell you to hurt people?
She does the hurting.
What? I don't understand. That's not anyone I know. I don't know anyone who had hurt. I haven't spoken to anyone who had hurt.
Seems like she hasn't opened the hole big enough in your mind. She'll get there soon enough.
Okay, so that's creepy. And also, someone give me something to gag this thing.
I was just thinking Chris stuff its mouth.
I mean, more rope.
Yeah. I'm gonna gag the creature
Okay.
with some rope.
Gross. Can I see if it has pockets on it or anything?
You're gonna look. You're grossed out by it, but you're gonna try and loot
Yeah, I'm
it.
just like,
Well,
Give me an investigation check.
Loot the tiny part horse creature thing.
I'm using a different dice. This one's stupid. 5.
5? Yeah.
Stupid dice.
If it has pockets, you don't want to put your hands in them.
All right,
are
let's.
they, are they working with Duke?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah.
Or that thing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was looking to see if the
Yeah,
other
but you
figures
rolled
we
low.
saw, but I rolled like a 6, so.
You can't see where the other two are.
So I was
Yeah,
like
they're-
trying to like looking to see like because like we had noticed like a couple other eyes in the distance on a different
Right.
platform.
So I'm gonna go over and help him look for stuff.
Sure. Perception check.
Sure.
So you're binding him up with another rope, and yeah.
2.
So we can't talk no more. Tired of his annoying little laugh.
He still giggles, but it's muffled a bit.
That's creepier, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
When I'm over
It's less annoying
with
though.
him,
Yeah.
sort of off to the side, I'm gonna mention to him that I heard a voice.
All right. Are you still in spider form?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can still talk.
Yeah.
I just can't talk back.
Okay.
So this is just for him.
Yeah.
So earlier today, there was a voice asking me to help Mother, but it wasn't nefarious. It wasn't malevolent. It was. It seemed good. It seemed proper. It seemed like somebody wants to look after us and has chosen us to help them. I don't know if that's important. I don't know if it's the same person. I don't know if it's what this guy's talking to, but it can't be a coincidence that he's looking at me and saying that someone's talked to me, and I just don't know what to do. I say this all to a big spider.
Perfect.
And then walk away.
Is someone holding on to the?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I
yeah.
get another athletics check from you, please?
With advantage because it's tied up?
I'm right there.
No. In this case.
That's what I say about that call. 15.
Jesus.
You are holding on to it, but it starts to move, like wriggle, and the rope is wet, and it slips out of your hands, and it just slides,
Motherfucker!
fully bound up, but off the edge and into the water.
creature?
I hope it dies.
Yeah,
Do
and it's
I see
into
this?
the
No,
darkness.
Can I help grab it?
Give me
right
give me just a straight dexterity check. Let's try and grab on it.
Yeah, you're not bad at that. You're not bad. Uh-oh.
9.
Yeah, so you reach in
15 maybe?
and try and grasp it. And it's into the darkness.
I
I want to cast lightning lure at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the bubbles as this happens. Another quest solved.
So,
It's in the water.
relevantly, if I hit it,
You can pull it.
I
Yeah.
pull it 10 feet.
We might be dead,
Um,
but
Yeah, well, that's
Make
fine.
an attack roll.
Recover the body.
Yep. Also, this is a lightning spell, and it is water.
I'm gonna cast counterspell.
Do with that as you will.
You're gonna okay. Well, counterspell, sure.
How does that work?
Counterspell at 3rd level.
Lightning lure is
A cantrip.
okay. So it just you reach down, presuming that it's going to work, and nothing comes out. And when you turn around to look to see what had happened, Hog's gone. All the commotion you heard him chant the counterspell, and then you turn around, and he's completely gone.
I'm gonna kill that hobgoblin.
And it's 10:30, so
We're
gonna,
ending it
we're gonna
there?
end things there. Yeah. Unfortunately, Ian/Pog can't be with us for the next couple of games, so
no.
I killed him. So thank you for watching.
He's dead.
Thank you for watching episode 13 of Lost on the Great Road. We're gonna have a couple of funeral episodes. They're not gonna be
Oh
super
my
exciting,
God.
but they're gonna be all right. And we'll be back in 2 weeks, which
He'll bury
is
his body if I eat all the organs out of the inside. It'll be nearly imperceptible.
it'll
24th.
honor him. Yeah, the 24th is the next Monday that we'll be back. We may at that point be playing all online, depending on the move for the office. So we'll be talking about that. We'll prepare you all for that when that happens. But thank you for watching. Thanks again for anyone who supported the Deck of Many animated cards, animated spell cards Kickstarter, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.